adjust my body like this? I guess it doesn't make a difference.
I don't think so. Here, I can pull this a little bit closer to you. Yeah, I mean, if you move it, however.
Testing. I am here. I've arrived. My voice sounds way deeper. It's like I hit puberty twice.
Yeah, there you go.
Look at that. I'm a grown man now. 5'9".
Welcome.
Thank you.
Maybe your testosterone's going up too.
Oh, that's definitely not happening.
Low
That
T
is-
Connor.
Low T Connor is here.
Juice.
Wait, what was the shit talking that the guy said last time? You look like a beta.
Oh, it was what did
Yeah,
he
you
say?
give
Like,
you give
the
beta
guy
energy
in
or
the-
something.
The guy in the white shoes is a beta man or something.
He gives
like,
off beta energy or something.
something like that.
And so
Where was
then I
this?
Gonna no, at the last like podcast like this.
Oh, okay.
And
It
I was like,
hilarious.
okay.
Just talking shit on Connor.
Let's see.
I mean, naturally.
I mean, that's easy to do. I don't blame people for it. Oh, so you want to hear a funny story last night?
What's going on here?
By the way, if anyone cares, tuning in right now, Ferrari is in first and second. Let's go.
I am a fan of Ferrari on that one.
Yep. And Verstappen is in 10th right now, even though it's just practice laps.
Okay.
Is it working?
Yeah, we're good.
Sick.
We're live.
Bro,
Rolling.
Sainz and Leclerc are just beating their own times right
Let's,
now. In first
wow.
and second.
I'm
It's
gonna start
hilarious.
let's officially start it.
We're recording.
We are recording, boys.
We're recording.
Welcome back to
another fight companion.
another Zach and Pat Fight Companion.
to the
Got,
Remington
Connor
Silverstein podcast. I'm just
and
kidding.
Remington Knight here to join us.
Hello.
Both previous guests of the show.
I haven't been a guest in the new studio. I'm gonna have to come back.
Yeah,
Same. They loved us so much they brought us back.
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's a little more comfy down here, a little less hot,
Yeah.
and just a little bit more space.
Right.
So,
Yep.
dude,
Just
what have
absolutely-
What are you doing
I
over
was trying to
there?
open it. It didn't work out
Mangling.
too well.
Just mangled it,
We might honestly get more views than the Trump Rogan podcast.
dude. It's at like 10 million. It was at like when I looked this morning, it was 10 hours in. It had 9 million views.
That's crazy. So one of my
fucking
favorite
insane,
things
dude.
about
Insane.
when Trump talks is just, regardless of whether he's saying something smart or not, he just repeats things and uses the most ridiculous generalities. Great guy,
Yeah, he's a politician.
smart guy, love that guy, real close with him.
Yeah,
Mil-
he's a great guy.
He's a great guy.
He's a
But
great
every
guy.
person, and then he starts like saying lines. He's like sometimes it doesn't even make sense too. He'll be like, "Yeah, I had this thing. I need this one politician to look into. Not good, but." And just like he would add details, where I'm like, dude, there's no way you remember that one little detail from like a decade ago.
Dude, one of the
on that one
funniest parts,
line.
one of the funniest fucking parts of that, I was cracking up last night, like at like midnight watching this. He's talking about,
How far into it is it?
dude, I think it's like,
Because I'm.
it's got to be
I'm
like
a
2
half
hours.
hour.
It's got to be like 2 hours in.
I was gonna.
He's
start it.
talking about when he was flying into Iraq on Air Force One, and he's like, when I can fly in whenever I want. I can take Air Force One whenever I want. So I decided to go over to Iraq, and he was talking to some politician over there, and he's talking about how when you fly into Iraq, you can't have any of the lights on the plane. Like you have to have everything has to be turned off because you're just afraid of getting like shot out of the sky. And he was saying how he was feeling his way into the cockpit, and then the pilots and this is the funny part where he starts talking about how they're like all they're the most good looking guys you've ever seen. They're all they're absolute specimens. You're familiar with these specimens. You see them in the UFC. They're these
He says that
guys.
all the time
They're
on his
just
podcast.
you just wouldn't believe how they look. They're these super. Just like he sits there like talking about how good looking
You
and
got
like
a lot
how,
of details here.
yeah, like how
Liz.
jacked and like how good looking these pilots are. And it was just it's cracking me up. It was so.
I
funny.
love how much he like talks Joe Rogan up on certain topics where he's like, there's a lot of bullies in politics. Joe, you know a lot about bullies.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in the fight. He's like,
for sure.
Oh, it's so funny. But I just got past the part where he's talking about some of the work he's done against China, and he's like, we've protected
China.
millions and millions and millions and millions and billions and trillions of dollars. I mean, Joe, hundreds of trillions of dollars, and I'm just like, where is he going?
Yeah,
with
where's
this?
he? Yeah.
It's such a great podcast.
Well,
he-
at the
he-
beginning, he's like, "Joe, you're not. You're when are you going to endorse me?
Yeah,
not
you're not a Kamala voter.
He's like, I think I know you'd probably just as good as your wife.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said that because I'm actually a student of yours.
student.
I watch you so much. I'm actually would consider myself a student of yours. And,
Wow.
I know you as good as your wife.
Right. I was cracking up. I was like,
Zach, do I need to
God.
patch the audio into or the TV audio, or are you just gonna play that live?
what?
Are you patching that into here or no?
No, it's
Okay.
not patched in
Okay,
because I
cool.
don't think we can because of like
Oh,
YouTube
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I mean,
I got you.
I don't think we or like want it to be heard on the microphone. So I'm assuming it's not being picked up, but maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe I need to turn on the volume a little.
I don't think so. I was just I could
I may just
hear it a
bring
little
down
bit,
just
but
a little bit.
Let's get a little boys pickup in here. There we go.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm so
Perfect.
excited for this card. It's gonna be a really good one,
I'm
I mean, it's
really
already been
excited
a-
for Hamzat.
dude. I know him and Whitaker. Who do you guys got for that?
I want my heart says Whitaker, but I think Hamzat's got it.
You
Yeah.
think,
I think so.
dude?
He's just a specimen.
I think I'm taking Bobby Knuckles.
Yeah. He's looked really
Yeah.
good recently.
Dude, he has, and I just don't think that. I mean, this is by far Kamzat's toughest fight he's ever had by far.
I agree. And I think his I'll say his letdown from the big blow up in the last couple of fights of his is I think people could sleep a little bit on him and be like, oh well, now he's actually had some real fights.
Yeah, some adversity.
But I think part of it was kind of dealing with some of the adversity they did, even with his last in terms of scheduling and him being super sick and everything. But I just think that dude is on another level.
Yeah, I mean because he's undefeated, 18-0. I think,
So,
right?
13
13-0
with 11 either finish or knockout.
Yeah, he's 13-0. I mean,
Well, his last fight was Usman.
yes,
Yep.
yeah, and that was Usman coming up to middleweight.
That was a weird fight for Usman.
Well, but
I'm not
dude,
used
if
to
that
him
fight would've
struggling
went-
like that,
If that fight would have won if that would have been a 5-round fight, I think Usman could have possibly won it. I mean,
I also think Hamza would have done a different strategy.
sure. I mean, Kamzat, he typically just comes out like a bat out of hell. And
I think he's
bum
shown a
rushes
little
you.
bit of maturity with that in the last couple fights. But right out the gate, when he was doing whatever, when he fought 4 times in
Yeah.
3 months or whatever
right,
it was.
and then he's gone this long.
Yeah.
because when his last fight was it's been a whole year.
Oh, is it really?
October 21st last year.
Yeah,
Well, because he was slated to do 300,
right.
and that's when he got sick. Yeah.
and he's had so many health issues.
So that's the part where I'm leaning a little bit on Whitaker just because he's such a tank. But I don't know, man. I think I always go back to there's a Scott Van Pelt quote that he says, "How good you're good." Dude, that guy's good is really good.
Yeah, I like that line.
Yeah.
How good you're good.
Because there's always different circumstances you can sit, and they're all applicable. But what really helps is being really freaking good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's.
Tell you what, this guy Magnomedov with the
Yeah.
blind in one eye.
the pirate.
Yeah.
What?
Man.
Yeah, he's.
I
Only
do
got one
not
eye.
know this
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah,
You don't?
he's
Oh,
the
no.
pirate. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
he's fought. I think this is his
he
4th
can't
fight in the UFC.
fight in America.
Yeah, he can only
because
fight in Abu Dhabi
regulations
Oh,
because he
because of
can't
the
get
eye.
sanctioned.
Yeah, the sanction. I got it.
Yeah, Shara Bullet.
Thankfully
is-
enough, half the fighters are from out there now, so there's enough fights
Right.
going
Yeah,
out
you
there.
can see.
Yeah, look
Wow.
at him. He's just
How did that happen
a
again?
grizzled looking dude.
It's from
Dude.
fighting.
Yeah.
Have you
From
guys ever
fighting.
watched the show Black Sails?
Mm-mm.
No, I've heard it's good though.
It's phenomenal.
Really.
Well, there's a character on that looks just like him.
Oh, well, there it is.
Yeah.
This dude throws kicks like jabs. It's
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
does.
dude,
Holy crap!
look at him.
Oh, that question mark kick was.
Yeah, he's
Damn, dude.
he's just a entertaining looking dude. He just that.
He looks like a villain.
'Cause this
He's
is-
a
he
Bond
does.
or Bond villain.
He does look like a Bond villain. Yeah, because this is his fourth. This will be his 4th fight in the UFC.
Yeah, he does look like a bum.
He's missing a tooth and an eye.
Yeah.
And he's not from Jeffco.
He's 14. Yeah,
but he's got all limbs, thankfully.
14-0.
Man, I
Damn.
just
Oh,
can't.
he's fought a bunch then.
Mhm.
Yeah, 14-0. This will be his 4th UFC fight.
Yeah. When did he fight? He didn't fight too
It was the last
Yeah.
time we did a fight companion.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
not
okay.
the last time we did a fight companion for a UFC event. I guess no. The last time we did a fight companion, it was UFC and
Jiu-jitsu.
and
Jiu-jitsu.
Oh,
CJI
yeah,
at the
and
same
CJI.
night.
Yeah,
So the one that was at my house, was that?
Yes, yeah. He was. That was the last time he fought. So that was in August.
Cool.
So yeah, he's. I mean, that's a pretty quick turnaround though.
Yeah.
3 months. No,
Yeah.
2 months.
Yeah, that's very fast.
Yeah.
Camps are normally 12 weeks.
Right. Well, who's he? Who's this guy? Who's his? So this is
Armin Petrosian.
Petrosian.
Oh yeah, Petrosian. Okay.
Yeah, okay, I've heard of him.
Same.
So let's find out a little bit more about
Russian,
him.
but he has not the Russian flag. Is that Romanian?
No.
I think it's the Romanian
Let's
flag.
find out a little bit about good old Armin Petrosian here. Russian American
product.
signed to the UFC. Let's see. He's born in I don't even know how to say that. Krasnoyarsk in 1990. Has a dual citizenship in Russia and Armenia.
Armenia. That was my other guess on
Yeah.
flag.
Yeah, so I guess he's Armenian, I would assume. Did it have like that bird looking thing on it?
I was turn it sideways.
Oh, that got it. Okay.
That's the Romanian flag. The Armenian flag, I believe, is what you're saying.
Okay.
Because the bottom line was showing that he was Russian. Yeah. Okay.
Armenian.
Cool. Yeah. That's close.
Coming off a loss in February.
Okay.
Lost via arm triangle to Adolfo Vieira.
I think my kiddo's watching us on YouTube right now.
Oh yeah.
As my twins are crying in the background. Hi, girls.
Yeah. How old are the twins now?
3 months.
Dude.
It is. As I've told you guys in the gym
Chaos.
before, it is so much more work than I ever anticipated and or would have thought.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't imagine. I mean, because I've got a 4-month-old,
Go
so I'm
from-
a month ahead of you
Oh,
as
wow.
far
Yeah.
as that. But
But
I
2 of
can't
them?
imagine having 2 of them.
Dude, it is.
Because you went from 1 to 3, right?
Yeah, 1 to 3.
Yeah.
I don't advise that. But when I
Don't advise it.
when I explain to people what like our nighttime routine is,
Oh,
like
I-
everybody's just like, "What the fuck?" Like,
Do tell.
Okay, so
if you're comfortable with that.
so it's about, let's call it. We'll start at like 5:00.
Okay.
Okay. So 5:30, twins go down for like a cat nap.
Okay.
Then we start, dinner for a toddler.
Okay.
And then a little bit of
She's
food
3, right?
Yeah, 3.5. Yeah.
Okay.
And then, so yeah, a little bit of time of just getting dinner through. Then it starts the process of getting the toddler down, which
Yeah.
is
that's a handful.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
dealing
She's
with-
actually
dealing with that right now.
doing really, really good on that lately. But it's partly because if mom was doing nighttime all the time, then it would take forever. But like with me, she's
No
more
bullshit.
kind of. Yeah, I'm a little heavier handed on that. But so toddler will go down at around 7. That's right around the same time when maybe half hour before is when the twins are up and we start the process of Emily's pumping and getting milk and or bottles ready, because we'll bottle feed the last time, because apparently they eat more typically off of bottle feeding.
And you can see how much they're eating too.
That's very true. And we will go and basically we'll fill them up to hopefully get them to sleep longer in the evening. When it was, call it a month ago, we would go. So basically everybody's down around 7:38. Then it's like we get to actually be husband and wife for like a couple hours.
Yeah.
And Em's
Hang out.
very much a morning person, not a nighttime person. She's basically out at like 9:30, and then I have like me time for like an hour.
It's kind of very similar here.
Yeah. Then we go. So a month ago, it was basically they're up at 11:30 midnight, and Em will start pumping one, feeding on another, and I will bottle feed one. Then they go down 3 hours later. So 3:34, rinse, repeat.
Oh, buddy.
And then 7:00 runs through, same thing. Typically at 7, Em will just feed both because I'm getting up, she'll tell you that I don't help in the morning, but depending upon the day.
Sure.
But get up,
We all have our days.
get up and get ready for work, and then out the door. But that's every day, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
So recently they've been sleeping through to about 4:00.
Wow.
So getting a little bit more sleep.
Yeah, but they're also like crying for binkies at the same timeline. So it's like I'm still getting up at midnight
To throw binkies in the
yeah,
mouth.
yeah, to get that going.
Dude, our youngest, he doesn't take a binky really.
Oh, really?
Which is weird because Calvin was like a binky kid.
Finley didn't like it either.
Really?
She still does, or still sucks her thumb. But
really? Yeah, we've tried. He's tried, and we've we've been successful at not letting that happen.
Yeah,
but
it's not a thing. There's no way I'd have to cut it off. But yeah, dude, it is like it's just like a system, and if you go deviate from the system, it's fucking chaos.
100%. I get it.
Yeah,
and we've been really lucky with both of our kids have been like great sleepers. Like Theo's been sleeping through the night, like basically put him down at 7. He wakes up at 6 the next day.
Sweet,
dude. Yeah,
that's awesome.
He's been doing that for
Finley
a
was
months
terrible, and then the twins, because they both scream at 2 feet
one
from
of them
each other,
they wake each other up.
They
probably.
don't actually, which is
Oh.
crazy. So like they're used to hearing it, and they just like will sit there and like be fine.
Really?
Yeah,
that's awesome. I mean, our Theo, he sleeps like a rock. Cause like this is something Calvin. We had a little come to Jesus last night. We're like, you cannot keep doing this, because like he'll get out of the. We put Theo down first, and then usually put Calvin down anywhere about 30 minutes to an hour after him. And but after we get Calvin out of the bath, his new thing is he likes to run down the hall and open up Theo's door and run in there and like
yeah.
And every night we yell at him about it and like tell him not to do it. And last night it was like you cannot. It was like a big deal. We made a big deal out of it. And we're like hopefully nipped it in the butt. But
I wish you all the best on that.
yeah. But we're like, he's just because we're giving him a reaction. We're like freaking. No, don't wake him up. And so I'm surprised they allow this there.
Haven't they done that before?
Girls. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised. And,
I mean,
who knows? I don't know. This is gonna be a good one, boys. All right, start of the Shara Bullet and Petrosian fight.
Yep.
Dude, he just moves around so much. Big red beard.
Throw a punch or a kick first? What do we got?
I think he throws a kick first.
The
I'm surprised he has an inside kick already.
That they did this time. The Matador shorts look sick.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen them yet.
Yeah, they're sweet.
Those are the best custom shorts yet, I think.
Yeah.
I really liked.
I like that they're doing that.
Pajeda's, whatever his latest
like
looked
tribal ones?
Yeah, the tribal turquoise ones.
Ooh, he just sweet.
Jab right out the middle.
Oh.
No, I would think like punches coming from, I guess, what is his right eye that's messed
let's
up?
Go
punches
Ferrari.
I can't see it.
Yeah. So him going against the southpaw would fuck him up.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah, that's a good call.
You would think they would have had that shit figured out by now, but he's 14-0.
Well, and I mean, you can see Petrosian standing right up into him because he doesn't want to see any of those kicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because you get into a certain range, it's a lot harder to kick somebody.
Zach, what's the height difference? Because Petrosian looks huge.
He's 6'3". I'm not sure what.
Petrosian or
Petrosian over.
Shara Bullet says he's 6'2".
Yeah,
I mean, but Petrosian looks taller for sure. Because you got to think, like, look how big his hair is. He's definitely has like, he's got kind of like.
I mean, even just like the mass on his shoulders and his back.
Yeah. And I forget who it was. The fight I was watching earlier was another middleweight fight, and the one dude just looked like an absolute unit. I mean,
did you watch any of the prelims? What's all the blood from?
It was from the fight. Oh God, let me pull it back up. Hold on.
Oh, is it the one dude whose eyes was blown out?
What?
No.
There's one guy who just had a huge.
Yeah, well, they almost stopped it because of
is that a
his eye
hematoma?
closing
No, the hematoma is only on the brain.
No,
it's a
hematoma is just when there's blood behind the skin and it boils up.
Okay.
I'm not going to be able to pronounce either.
Or swelling, if you will.
Yeah, it was.
Can you pronounce?
It was like the
Pat,
size
you want to give those a shot?
ball.
You want to give it? But that was the fight that all the blood is from. I can't.
Wow.
Good luck pronouncing that.
Matuis
Rebekic and Metebek Oralbali. But that was
Nailed it.
crazy fight.
So close.
That was like it was so. I mean, it was a split decision, and then it ended up going to Rabakic or however you say that.
He was the one with the busted face. The guy that won or lost.
They both had busted faces, but
Oh.
in the first round, this dude's eyes pretty much like swelled shut. The other guy that lost, but at the end of the fight, this dude was definitely like, if it would have won another round,
He wins.
I think he wins. But
Trojan's still just hacking at that leg, so he can't kick with it.
it's smart.
Yeah.
I mean, in theory, yeah. He's slowed down a decent amount.
Calf kick.
The way he kicks it too, he kind of does like a skip into it. He just throws
Yeah,
himself.
well, he's so like bouncy.
yeah.
Just the way he bounces around, moving in and out of range.
Yeah, I that in logic purposes makes me think that he's like susceptible to some of those like Muay Thai trips and stuff. But
Sure.
I also know
Yeah, I know.
fuck all when it comes to striking.
Yeah, me too. No, I won't.
Have you done any more Thai?
No. I have never, and not even wanted to even entertain the idea of it.
Yeah.
I did 2 Muay Thai classes like forever ago, and then I was like, I'm just gonna keep doing.
I like my
jiu-jitsu.
brain where it's at.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna.
I've had enough concussions doing stupid things, much
Right.
less like somebody fighting me.
Yeah, I did it for about a year at Watson's, and
Did you?
I loved it. It was a lot of fun, but I remember the reason I stopped is because I hurt one of my hands, and then I couldn't. It hurt to punch things, but I could still grapple, and so I just like kept doing jiu-jitsu. But I just never really liked it nearly as
Oh,
much.
that
as
was a
jiu-jitsu.
kick.
I mean,
Damn.
I was always way better at jiu-jitsu and just have way more fun with it. It was just like something to do, and I don't know. And then especially once we had Calvin, it was like, all right, my time is way more limited now.
Yeah.
And like, all right, if I can, I've only got so many hours in the week I can spend here at the gym. So it's like, I'd rather
Tell me about it.
yeah. So it's like, I'd rather just do the thing that I really like and I'm way better at. And because I have no intention of ever fighting. So,
Oh wow.
Same. That's why like people ask like,
oh my God.
Yeah.
All my buddies, are
All-
like, they
yeah.
like try to talk, oh, when are you going to get into MMA? I'm like, dude, the super fight, the doing these CXBJJ cards, like that's as cool as it gets for me.
yeah,
Like,
which I really, really, really want to do one.
yeah, I mean,
I've talked with Adam. He was at Revive after not the last one, but the one before that.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, dude, I totally want to. And he told me about the card that was it last week or
yeah, it was
Mhm.
Yeah. And I was like, I am coming back from vacation that day. So no.
yeah.
But I really want to do it because I still haven't competed at Purple Belt yet.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
I know. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna do another one for sure. Adam kind of told me, he's like, you just let me know whenever you want to compete. You're always welcome. So
That's
all right,
sick.
cool. Yeah, me and
It's a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Like, you went with us.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
one.
I've been to
Yeah.
every one other than the last one.
Yeah.
yeah, they're awesome. I mean,
Yeah,
it
That
was
was
so
the
much
first
fun.
one I missed too.
Yeah, we had the box this past one.
Yeah. Zach reached out and I was like, unfortunately,
Yeah.
my favorite band of all time was in town for the first time in 8 years,
Who was it?
and Nothing But Thieves.
Okay.
And the last time they were in town, I was out drinking with them at Pinup.
Okay.
And
that's sick.
yeah, they're an awesome group. And so they finally came back, and I was like, I have to go.
Gotta go,
It
yeah.
was
Right.
yeah,
It was a good show.
it was an awesome show. The dude, the lead singer, like when I first heard the band, he sounds his register is super high, so he sounds almost like a chick.
Really?
And you're like, then when you finally watch them, and you're like, oh, this is a dude, but he is, as somebody who sang,
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah, put whatever label you want on it. The dude is incredible, and my jealous meter is just like through the roof on his ability to do things that like I would never be able to.
So like heavy metal, rock. What is
It's like Brit rock.
Okay.
So like let's try to take the blues out of Black Keys and fill it with like British like alternative rock.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of alternative rock, I've been jamming out to that new Beartooth album. So
I don't
good.
know them.
I didn't know much about him really.
What
either.
happened?
Got kicked in the
Big kick
nuts.
in the nuts.
Oh.
But Dude, their new album
I couldn't
released
imagine that
released a
pain.
couple
Dude.
released a couple months ago, and dude, I've been just jamming out to it the last couple weeks, and
Oh, yeah.
wow,
Caught it.
direct shot.
Fuck.
I got kicked.
I'm hurting for you, dude. Oh my gosh.
I've been kicked in the nuts
man.
plenty of times in soccer, but I feel like that's worse.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, dude.
Especially when you're trying to cause damage
Yeah.
purposely.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Like
The unintentional ones in soccer are definitely brutal,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like,
I mean, getting hit with a puck or a stick
Oh,
in
yeah.
hockey, like
yeah,
baseball. I did get hit in the nuts once with a baseball.
you're wearing a cup every time though, right?
Not in baseball. I was a
You
pitcher,
didn't?
dude.
Oh
No,
yeah,
fuck
yeah,
that.
you didn't. No, okay, I forgot.
No.
I wore a
Hockey
cup-
though, I do.
I would
But
love to
still, like,
You
oh,
have to in hockey.
Nothing's worse than like that pinch. Like you
Yeah.
get
Oh, yeah.
fucking pinched in the. Oh gosh.
I would love to see a fighter, after getting kicked in the nuts, kick the other guy back right before. Just like,
Did you guys see that jujitsu match where that dude like was like
Yeah.
grabbing? It looked like he was just like grabbing his wrist or grabbing his hand, and like I don't know if I couldn't tell if he was like twisting fingers or what. But then the one dude just like threw the kick like,
Yeah.
right after, like in the middle of jujitsu match.
damn, his kicks are powerful. That was the second time he kicked him and almost blew him like off his feet.
But Tojan has got this guy like pink.
Well, dude, I think it's a redhead thing. I think we just get really
Again.
red when we get hit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm the same way. Like,
I mean,
my skin
pretty-
shows. I guess it's just a pale guy thing. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's necessarily a redhead thing. But yeah, like after I get out of a sauna session or something, like my face is just red for like an hour.
Oh, he did. He got him again.
Oh. My wife gets like whenever she'll go out and run.
Yeah.
Just her face
Just
will go like beet red,
yeah,
and
that happens to me too.
yeah, it was like the wildest thing in the world.
Oh,
Apparently,
God.
my face did it whenever I did that like 6K the other day.
Oh, yeah, just out of nowhere, just decided to run. How many miles?
6K is like 3.5 ish.
Okay,
And
that's right. Yeah,
I obviously have history of running, but
Sure.
like
but not.
I haven't the thing was like I don't know when the last time I really did, much less for time. And yeah, I was hurting a lot.
Mm.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you the last time I like ran. I mean, I run with like in like CrossFit and stuff, but I couldn't tell you the last time I like ran with the intention of like, all right, I want to run a mile in X amount of like I want to try to hold this pace.
Yeah.
Like I've never. Like,
Oh, he
done
got
that in a
kicked
long
in the
time.
nuts this time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go, Connor.
God damn, just
So,
back and forth.
I want it to happen.
When you told me
at
the other,
sense of
when you
their
told me the
bone
other day
and
that
he's
the
like,
workout
"Ah."
for CrossFit was running a mile, I'm like, yeah, fuck that. No.
Well, I found out that workout was broken up however you wanted. So it was like run a mile,
Mm.
so you could have
Oh,
broken that.
that's bullcrap.
Could have
That
broken
wasn't
that
that.
up into 400s
Yeah.
or whatever, So
Screw that distance.
yeah,
It's my least
the
favorite distance,
400.
dude. So I ran that in high school and college, and it's the hardest race in track and field.
Really
It's a dead sprint the whole time. It's basically like
Yeah.
how much lactic acid can you like handle?
deal with?
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sprinting by any means in these
No.
workouts.
Well,
but my abs are still sore from 80 toes to bar. Like from
Yeah.
on
80
two-
toes a bar. That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Did you go today?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was I was like,
The workout wasn't bad today.
Yeah.
I like today's.
I just
Well,
sucked
my
in
elbow's
there.
still fucked up from that arm lock that guy put me in.
Yeah.
That was tricky.
Dude, what the fuck?
So as the quintessential Watson buggy guy,
yeah. Yeah.
I know
Well, that's
of
what
it.
everybody was like, buggy choke. So I like postured up and I was about to throw my arm over the head. And then I'm worried about throwing this arm over the head and he stuffs my other one in between his legs.
So that as a bottom guard guy, whenever I have like basically control of your head, which is what he has
Yeah.
at that
Yeah,
moment,
he had it.
like you got that posture there, and as soon as you throw something out there, I'm just gonna grab it. I personally haven't done that specific armbar, but I've seen it a handful of times, and I kind of know it's there. I more look to reach back and go for like a triangle with my
Sure.
bottom leg at that point. But yeah, dude, I mean,
Dude, I think about it fucking every day.
I'm sure you do.
Well, and then looking at the video and talking to Kyle of all the things I could have done, like, I could have just reached through and grabbed that handcuff. I could have done everything.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Oh, dude,
the
that's
Dagestani
competition, man.
handcuff was right there.
Yep.
Like,
Oh my
oh,
God.
Shit.
Did you see though? He like did a forward punch, then a back punch.
It was a spinning back elbow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or well, back,
back.
yeah. But he punched him
Yeah.
first, and then just was like, "Fuck
Damn.
it."
Dude, he folded.
Yeah.
His
Wow.
style, I feel like, is just so sporadic. He varies things a lot, so you just don't know what to watch out for.
Well, I think he's in and out.
Yeah.
He's just gauging that distance
Yeah.
the whole time, and he's going to mitigate how much he's like in your face.
Damn,
But he
that
has
was
so many
sick.
weapons. He's doing elbows. He's doing kicks to the calf, to the head.
They were just talking about Petrosian has 1 of 10 of this.
Watch this.
Oh, it is a spinning
One.
back. Oh, there.
Oh,
It's a spinning back fist. Yeah, he hit him with the fist.
Yeah.
So Petrosian has
back.
1 of 10, and now
that's wild.
dude
this,
just knocked him out with
This
the
is
same
wild. What a
Wow.
combo.
Yeah.
Then he
once
flips it forward. Boom.
goes the other way with it.
thing. It's forearm.
Yeah. I feel like that's how spinning back fists mostly land.
Yeah.
You
What a
mostly get
setup,
people with the
though.
forearm.
Normally, you'll see people just go one direction. Not, yeah.
Well, he's
That's
so fast with it. Damn.
Yeah.
that's his swords, man. He's a pirate. Those are his pirate
Shing,
swords.
shing.
That's some pirate shit right there.
That's a great nickname too.
Yeah. Shara Bullet or the pirate.
The pirate.
Mm.
I don't know why they call him Shara Bullet because, well, I mean, I guess Shara. Shara Putadin is his real name.
I
Sure.
wonder what Putitin means in Russian.
Yeah, I have no
Man.
idea. Let's see if it says it here. God, the Russian like letters are so wild. looking.
Cyrillic.
Is that what it's
He
called?
better
Yep.
be an extra in the next
So
Pirates of the
crazy looking.
Caribbean.
Yeah, like he even comes out like with the fucking do rag. You know, like he plays into it for sure.
Uh,
Which is, I mean, why not?
Damn, man.
what a man.
Football was the first sport he ever played, but ultimately got kicked off the team after an argument. This led him into his venture into martial arts.
International football or
Yeah.
actual football?
After an argument.
He suffered an injury to his right eye in 2016 due to lack of care. The condition worsened and required 8 surgeries over the course of roughly a year and a half.
That's Russian shit right there, man. Like it's just like, I got a little eye injury. I'll just leave it.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
He clearly doesn't need to.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Don't.
Uh.
I have other.
Oh, that's good.
Very happy.
That's pretty spot on, Zach.
Mm.
I can do good Russian accent.
Did he call it Adesanya?
I think that's what he said. That'd be sick.
This island is a capture of the pirate.
What is he saying?
Yeah.
I
don't know.
Dude, I don't know.
Well, clearly English isn't the first language here.
He just goes, let's take a look.
Yeah,
at
DC's like,
What the-
yeah, all right.
What are you
Yeah,
gonna
let's
say?
just let's just keep going here. Yeah.
Oh man. I wonder if there's like a course to talk to these fighters before they interview them. Like when DC started doing it afterward, they're like, hey, now they don't all talk normal. You have to,
Mm.
it's like learning ebonics or something. It's like you got to learn fighter talk.
Yeah.
Like what are you saying?
Oh, I forgot about this. So he got into a criminal. He got criminal charges. He got into a fight with some dude at a shopping center.
Oh, no way.
Terrible. Yeah.
Oh wow.
In
How'd that go for that guy?
I remember hearing about it, but here it is. Magomed was involved in assault in a shopping center in March of 22 in Dagestan. Magomed verbally took offense to a man and woman kissing in front of him on an escalator. Afterward, the man punched Magomedov in the face. Bystanders
Dude.
separated them. Magomedov walked out to the exit. Moments later, camera footage showed Magomedov waiting for the man at the exit, where he punched him and stomped him on the head. Criminal charges are still being decided by the courts. After these circumstances, his contract with the UFC ended up being postponed. Well, it sounds like it's they figured it out.
Yeah.
Fuck. Can you imagine getting into a fight with this guy?
Yeah.
at
Right.
all?
Picking the wrong
Wrong
person.
fucking
to punch.
person to punch.
I mean, the
Like,
other
oh, this guy's
has
only got
to-
one eye.
Yeah.
How tough can he be? I'll just stand on the other side of him.
You gotta have some balls to punch a guy that looks like that. I have to say, for
Oh,
the other guy, I'm like this. He looks exactly like who he is.
there's some guys you just look at and you're just like, I'm okay.
That's, dude, not
Look at
anymore,
him.
man. After starting jiu-jitsu,
Oh,
like,
dude, 100%. You would.
I mean, and being a dad, but like,
Yes.
like
Yeah.
no.
There's so many. I mean, there's so many people just unassuming, like you would just never assume that are murders.
Look at Watson's on the
Yeah.
beginners class at 7:00 on any day.
Yeah.
And you're just like, who are these nerds that are just like
Yeah.
doctors and
For sure. Well, I saw a funny. Somebody sent me. I think Nick Baldwin sent it to me. Actually, let me.
Is
pull
that
it up.
his kid? Who did he pick
He,
up?
it was funny because it was like my my outside of the gym friends, and it was like accountant, like whatever. It was just like naming all their jobs and like their ages, and it's like everybody's the same age. This guy's an accountant. This guy's a
Dude, the
you know,
graphic for his win is
a
so
sales
awesome.
manager or whatever. Hold on, let me pull it up here.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, right here. Like Chad, 38-year-old accountant. Brad, 38-year-old sales rep. Ted, 38-year-old realtor. And then you go to my jiu-jitsu friends. Ryan, an 18-year-old crypto trader. Harold, a 49-year-old firefighter. Agatha, a 74-year-old grandma. Luis, a 32-year-old SWAT sergeant. And Onyx, a 51-year-old Celtic pottery restorer. Like,
Dude, that's so
it's
true.
like, it's so true. Like, there'd be a guy that's like a tattoo artist is like in there grappling with a guy that's, a firefighter or a this or whatever. It's just like crazy because it's just, when would all, you get all these people together? And it's so cool.
Well, and speaking of like unique jobs, and I just saw him post a bunch of stuff on social media, but when you get Logan on, Eli.
Oh yeah. He'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'd be a good one.
Yeah,
I haven't seen him at the gym in a long time.
he hasn't been. I mean, so and I don't, I'm speaking for him, but I don't truly know. But I know he started a build on the new joint that he's got, and I can't even remember exactly what the name of it is.
Press.
So he was building that out himself. I messaged him and was like, "Hey, dude,
Press is done. It's open. I've been there.
yeah.
That's good.
Oh,
It
so
was
you
it was a
adding-
while ago, but
Oh.
he's been managing 2 restaurants
Yeah.
now.
Mhm.
Lucky accomplice.
Well, and he got his real estate license.
Oh,
too.
did he?
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
I saw that. He's working. He's with Compass, I think.
Is he?
Okay.
Yeah. So I was.
Yeah, I messaged him whenever he showed like a basically a empty, burned out like building that he was going to be building out for press, and I was like, "Hey, dude, I do this for a living.
Let me know if I can help." Dave's Hot Chicken. Oh, actually, they just opened up a new Chuck's Hot Chicken right up the street from here.
I built one of them.
Really?
Yep.
I've never been. It just opened up on Thursday this past week, and we're gonna go check it out here soon.
Yeah. And I know you got the dealership. Are you still doing the dealership, or is that done?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh man, where to even start with that? I've been working on that one of them.
Mhm.
Well, technically both of them since April of 22.
Oh wow.
And we're still under construction. The owner, who's crazy, decided he was going to, on the St. Charles location, which is used cars, he is blowing out new construction and redesigning his the plan to where he wants it to lay out differently. And this is the 8th version. We've gone to bid 3 different times, gone to permit twice, gone through planning and zoning and changed like laws within like planning and zoning 3 times. Like psycho stuff. I've never seen any project go this way. And I'm so very happy. I literally Friday sent out like the final edits of like, we're no longer doing anything with these moving forward. It's like, contractor,
This
here
is
you
it.
go. Just build it.
Build it.
Yeah.
Dude, I love Danny Gay.
Got any other ones that you got picked up since the last time when you were
Renovating Swing Around Fun Town.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How about that?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. We're putting a beer garden in.
Really?
Okay.
Really?
Yeah,
Dude, I used
that's
to
cool.
love that place as a kid, man.
Yeah. So right
That's with
now,
the boys all the time.
Really?
I used to, yeah.
yeah. So they actually have, they're one of the only clients I've had that have like super like reasonable expectations in terms of timeline and budget. Like they're basically like right on par with like what I would be like, yeah, we can totally do this. I don't have to freak out about like, oh, I need to like crap out of design and drawings within a month.
Right.
So we are in the like initial stages of like laying out what this is all going to be. But yeah, one of the big things that they want to do initially is put a outdoor beer garden
For the parents.
That's the
Hell
whole.
yeah.
So that's the whole thing.
Because I want to go
Is-
now.
Right.
So that was like their biggest thing. It's like we have all the things for all the kids, but we don't have anything for parents.
Yeah.
And we want to keep people here, not just like go in, have some fun, and then go off site and go and leave and do whatever.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have beer. They'll have, I'm sure, like some form of spirit or whatever.
Yeah.
They are. There's
already
like
have it.
the
You can
initial
buy that stuff inside.
phase that we're doing is the beer garden and some interior renovation. They have an adjacent property that is just gravel right now that they're going to build another facility on. That is basically the way I think it's going to work out is we're just going to bridge into it rather than actually butt it up against the existing building, because that has like a lot of like problems associated with that. So that will have potentially laser tag.
Oh wow,
Oh,
that'd be
wow.
cool.
And I have no idea if I'm even like able to say all this, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Yeah.
But the initial, so that building originally was a bowling alley, and
Okay.
so like when you go in, it's level, and then,
And
it
then
steps
steps
down,
down.
like 2, 3
Yeah.
steps. Yeah. So that step down was where all the ball carriers were
Okay.
Ah.
underneath. So they're wanting to add bowling back in.
Okay.
So we're going to either add bowling or do laser tag. The arcade will get moved into like that adjacent building. Adding the beer garden. Batting cages are staying.
Okay.
There was a talk about them potentially going away.
That's like the staple.
That's like the
piece.
staple. Yeah.
So they say that's one of their bigger revenue generators
Sure.
currently, which is why it's going to stay. So, but yeah. So
I mean, that's the thing is there's got to be a way to update that shit, because every batting cage you go to at a place like that is all the same, and it hasn't changed since we were kids. And
Yeah.
it's like, man, there's got to be a better way to do that.
So the drawings that like we were provided for, which was the original plans for the batting cages, is actually pretty crazy in terms
Really?
of like how that system works. In terms of like the drainage of everything for that to go pick up the ball and then shoot it at you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's definitely. I don't think it's going to change there, but I agree with you. There could be better situations. Like,
Right.
I mean, you think about like golf simulators, like
Yeah.
the difference between what they used to be versus what they are now.
Yeah.
It's night and day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up in batting cages, so
Well, yeah, I mean,
That's the
but
thing,
you
is
know, you
it's
see the stats of like with like go to Topgolf, they give you like your ball speed,
Right.
and like your swing speed and everything.
Mhm.
I
That would be sweet.
you guys
Yeah.
would kill for that.
That
stuff.
would be sweet.
And all that would be the actual ball would have to have sensor chip
Right.
or whatever in it, or you
Yeah.
have radar. Like
On
for
that.
golf, they have either radar or camera systems. They're
Right.
sometimes both.
On that.
Dan,
Okay.
50K e-gay
Dude, him coming in,
with 3 hours notice.
it was
or-
like 8.
yeah,
I don't
or-
even think
yeah,
I think it was
like-
8 hours, but
yeah.
like they called him in the morning and he like just trained.
No, dude, I think it was like less than that. They
Really?
gave him- it was like they called him
For
like,
this fight?
No,
No, it was
the
when
last
Ortega
one.
had to pull for
Yeah.
because he was
Because
sick.
he got sick, and like yeah, he literally took it on. Let's see if I can pull it up here. Yeah, his like nickname's Dan 50K e-gay because he always gets the
50K
bonus.
bonus.
50K bonus.
He
let me
lost to
see.
the other guy, right?
Correct.
Yeah, it's to
Diego
Diego, yeah,
Lopez.
Diego Lopez. But yeah, he took the fight. He took the fight at a catch weight, literally on.
Well, it went the distance.
Let's see.
But then Diego just lost.
He
at,
did.
Mexico.
And e-gay last fight.
No, he
yeah,
beat
that's
beat
Rio.
Ortega,
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
which was sad for me. I love Ortega.
Yeah. T City, baby.
Yeah, dude.
I just feel like he can't catch a break. He'll probably get that one good win, and then
Oh, Ortega.
yeah.
I mean,
Like even when he had
Yeah,
Volk
4 hours
and
time.
that submission, Volk ate it, and it's
Well-
like he's like, "Oh man, I'm gonna become champion." It's like, no, like,
well, and he
damn.
so on the fight right after that, he because he got a shoulder injury. No, he had a fight after that where he got a shoulder injury and had to have surgery and then was out for like 18 months, and then went in and like first time coming back after basically having the injury and losing to Volk when he had him in such a deep guillotine that you were like, I was basically putting the belt on while
Yeah.
I was holding it.
Yeah.
And So he goes.
It's a
and
mounted guillotine.
He's
Holy
warming.
fuck.
He's like bouncing as right before the fight
And
starts. He
rolled his
rolls his
ankle.
ankle, and you can see his eyes just go.
Like, what the fuck did I just do? And he turns around and looks at Henner and is like,
Yeah.
oh my God. Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck did I just do?
And he gets rocked
Yeah,
in
right
the
away.
first round. Honestly, I could have seen. I've seen fights get
Get
stopped.
stopped. Yeah. I thought the same
And then
thing.
comes back and ends up winning off his. I think it was submission. It was either submission or knockout. I don't remember, but he did finish the guy.
Yeah, I remember that.
But yeah, and then he goes up and fights Diego Lopez, and like he just as much as I like the dude, like he did not look as sharp. But Diego's
is
he's a
dude,
fucking
he's a motherfucker.
yeah, dude. Yeah,
He's so fun to watch. And just that fucking hair.
yeah, dude.
I don't know anything about this guy.
I don't either.
Where's
Remember,
is
You
that?
got a hell of
is
a
it
record.
Recording us from the laptop over there. or
yeah,
where's
it's
the-
that's
Video.
the video, and then audio's coming through the microphones, obviously.
It's a pretty good
Um,
camera to be that far away and pick up that much detail the way it does.
That's pretty pixelated when you get up there and see
Is it?
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. It's
It's
not
But
great.
blurred enough
when you
from
pull it
here.
up on your phone, it's not bad.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, good.
I have a pirate eye.
This guy
maybe.
beat this guy's last win was Edson Barbosa.
I mean, he's got a hell of a record.
Yeah, he's
I'm surprised
14
Ige
and
is
0.
only 18-8. I feel like he's been in the UFC forever.
yeah. Let's see. He's been
I mean, 18-8 is a lot of fights, but still.
yeah. I
That's
mean,
a
he's been
sweet
in his
jacket.
first fight in the UFC. He was on the Contender Series in 2017.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So one beat Luis Gomez with a rear
Oh,
naked
no shit.
choke
No shit.
and then yeah, he's been so lost to Diego Lopez. His last fight was Andre Fili. Dude, Andre Fili, I feel like has like one of the best nicknames. Andre Touchy Fili is his
Touchy feeling.
that's
That's
his-
hilarious.
his last name's Fili, you know. So that's his
Andre Touchy.
That's good.
Touchy Fili.
You know what, though?
Oh,
You know the
shit.
one UFC nickname that is my least favorite? There is Ben Dozer,
Yeah.
and they call him the Ben the Bulldozer Dozer. Dude, just drop the
Yeah.
middle dozer.
Just call him
Just
yeah.
call yourself the Ben Bulldozer.
Yeah.
Like we all get it. You don't need to repeat it. It's my
The
least
Bulldozer
favorite. Every
Dozer.
time I see it, I get pissed off about it. It's like who in the whatever writer's room of whatever you were thinking about when it comes to nicknames decided that.
Yeah, and if you want to
DK's been
shorten
pretty-
it, Ben the Bull.
Pretty active in the
so it's
last
great. Ben the
12
Bull.
Dude, he
months.
fights
This is
the
fourth
bull, like-
fight.
He fights all the time.
Yeah. What's it? Jamal Hill is the one who's been pissing me off. I've never gone from like somewhat liking someone to I can't stand him after he did the yawning. At was it Pereira's fight?
Yeah. Well, because
And-
Pereira beat him and he's
Dude, he
Yeah, and he just goes, and, you know, and that went viral in the worst way for him. I'm like, dude,
oh man, they're like just eating that straight in his face.
Mhm. Well, yeah, the dude, and he stepped on his foot as he hit him too. An old boxing trick, apparently.
Oh really?
That's what Rogan said.
Okay.
I'm just fucking repeating what
to
I hear.
Trump? Was that on the Trump podcast?
Yeah, it wasn't.
I saw this
It's
this
like,
morning.
Joe, I
Ilya
step on a lot of feet too.
Ilya Tapoya. He's got like a giant dent that they call the
Oh, in his
second belly
quad?
button on his quad.
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never noticed it.
When he was
Hmm.
so lean, like it's almost like a dimple on your face, but it's on his quad and it goes right underneath the muscle and it caves in.
Weird.
It's weird.
I've got one of those.
It's huge.
No,
No, dude, his is like I
He's
mean,
like, I
it's like a
gotta-
belly button. Like it's
Really?
huge.
Let me pull it up. Let me
Yeah.
pull it up.
See a little bump right there.
Yeah, yeah.
You can push on it. And it goes like sticks right into my.
I got these weird like I think they call them calcium deposits or something on my knee.
Yep.
It feels like little like marbles underneath my shins, like in my like up against the bone of my shins. I can like move them around.
That sounds terrible.
Oh wow, beautiful double leg. Stepping right into mount.
XT handcuff.
Yeah, baby.
And they lost one.
Here we go. Here's a photo of it.
Now let's see it. Oh wow.
Yeah, you see it?
Let's go on body lock.
Yep.
Yeah, the good old.
Clear the knee line.
Yep.
The good old
he's
leg
hanging
belly
onto the
button.
head like a dummy.
Oh yeah, yeah. Are those the shorts, Connor?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those are sick.
Those do look sick.
You're not gonna guillotine him when you're in the.
I was
bottom of
messaging Zach.
Not
the
without your
other day.
feet.
the mount. No.
I was messaging Zach the other day. I was like, we should just show up to a fundamentals class or like Nogi fundamentals and like the UFC fight shorts and some gold gloves or whatever, or like show up to a gym we've never been to and be like, "Hey,
You should do
you
that
want to get into
Kyle's,
jiu-jitsu?"
and see how he reacts.
I'm here and I want to
Oh
do
my
some-
god, what is
I'm here to do
bleeding?
UFC.
What is
Dude,
bleeding?
He still gets guys that come out
Oh
and do
yeah,
that
it's
all
hel-
the time.
It's some of my
Really?
some of my favorite
You
stories.
guys see this cut on his face? You guys missing this?
No, it isn't.
He's
Oh.
bleeding hard. He just started hitting his face on him, and there's just blood started pouring out on him.
Yeah, better come up. Better
Dude.
come up.
Some of my favorite
Damn.
stories are Kyle telling
Oh,
of like some of the shit that people say like when they want to like join the gym.
Dude.
Like,
Oh,
when, you know
yeah.
when I'll talk to them about like their
Yeah.
experience level. Well, I've been in a lot of street fights
Yeah.
and like shit
Dude,
like
all the
that.
time.
He gets it all
That's
the time.
crazy.
Dude, he used to get it like daily whenever at Watson 2.0
Okay.
when we were like Midtown.
Yeah.
And you know,
Or, like,
right
kinda on the
by
street.
SLU, and it's
Yeah.
right off of Grand. So like all the people just coming down from those like bus stops, like
Yeah.
the amount of like just riffraff that would come through the gym door was hilarious.
Yeah, I remember him telling me about one guy that was like asking him for a ride to the gym and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Like what? All right, man. If you gotta
Oh,
get a
shit.
ride to the gym, and you know, you probably not the not the
Right.
place for you.
My recent favorite Kyle story was how he talks about how just like he's got a handful of guys that like if they miss a day, they text him and be like, "Hey man, I just can't make it today for whatever blah 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 reason." He's got like fucking 300 people. Like
Yeah.
you don't need to text him when
Yeah.
you're missing
Right.
one day of training.
Right. You're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Just letting you know I'm not.
And he's
not
like,
being a
it's
bitch.
it's obviously like a white belt that's doing that, but like,
Sure.
Mm.
Just letting you know I'm not being.
no
a
offense,
pussy.
Pat.
Hey, I'm not that guy.
I can't make it today. He starts taking stripes off their white belt. It's
awesome.
today.
It'd be awesome. Every question,
Yeah,
yeah.
get to the
Every
point.
time you tell me,
I'm just gonna take your belt away.
Yeah.
You're a no belt.
Oh, oh, beautiful.
damn.
Oh wow,
boom, boom.
he's just letting it
Wow.
go too.
He looked over at the ref. Was like, "Come on,
Yeah.
dude."
He's surviving it right
He
now.
just,
Yeah.
yeah, he just swung.
Damn. Oh, you got. Yep, he ate it.
Dude.
Knee up the middle.
There you go.
Oh,
Good call.
could have got it back up.
19
like a-
seconds left. He's grabbing. He's got a Kimura.
Ooh,
Elbows to the back of the head.
that's
Oh,
what I
wow.
thought.
Wow, what
Oh,
a-
and Ige
what
just
a
got taken
end
down.
to
He
the
still got the
round.
Kimura though. I don't
Nope.
know
Oh,
where
yeah.
to go
Buggy.
with it. Oh,
No, he's gonna.
he's gonna sweep
Kimura
him with it.
sweep.
He's gonna
Yep.
sweep him with the Kimura.
Your rear triangle there.
Yeah.
One of my favorite commentary right now is definitely Head Nod Fridays at Revive. In the commentary between Jeff Wilson and Junior
Yeah.
is like, I don't know what's been going on. So Jaden's now there with his dyed Brazilian hair. You got
I
Jeff.
saw that.
You got Jeff in there just saying his riffraff, and Jeff is just like, this is some like hardcore, like gangster rap that was playing yesterday. And Jeff is like rapping it. I'm like, what? Like, what the fuck are you rapping this shit? Like, you know any of this? And then I just see Junior gets the phone from Jeff, and I was like, there's some pretty gal on the phone or whatever. And you just hear Jeff going, or Junior goes, how old is she? He goes 19. I don't need you to judge me on my game. And then he just goes back to rapping some shit. I'm like, is this what you roll up to when you meet the honeys? He goes, all day long, all day long. I'm
Dude,
just like,
Junior
you
shit
are
talking is elite.
wild. Oh yeah, yeah.
Dude, rolling with him is he never stops talking shit the
Yeah.
whole time.
Well, he always I like anytime we make eye contact, he starts smiling at me, and then I start smiling. He's just like, "What, Connor?" I was like, "I know if you're looking at me, it means you're about to say some shit." Like,
Absolutely.
I was like, "I'm just waiting. I'm preparing myself. I'm just preparing myself."
Murph's comment on our live stream is that the low T Connor?
This is 2 for 2 on streams of people saying some shit. I see you, Murph.
Just gotta get yourself on some tea.
Nah, man.
The old
hey,
juicy juice.
That's fucking awesome.
low T Connor's winning matches.
Yeah, just imagine
Imagine
if
if
you had
you had-
normal tea.
Yeah.
Those 500-pound deadlifts would be
Yeah.
up to 600 in no time.
Yeah.
10-9. Brilliant.
I mean,
rounds.
I would say Ige won that first round for sure.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
I'm surprised the guy survived.
I know. Dude, Ige is a monster.
So far, both matches have been scraps. They're both entertaining.
Surprised
I'll
Ige
say
is ranked
that's-
14.
Huh?
Surprised Ige is ranked 14.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's wild to see Holloway fighting for the belt again. I mean, I'm not surprised, but he's been around so long for him to still be like.
Well,
the
didn't he
amount of
change weight
times-
classes?
He used to be feather. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was feather champion.
Well, this is
Right.
a feather.
or I
Yeah.
mean,
light. No, he's a feather champion.
yes,
Yeah, but then he's fought at 55 a handful of
multiple
times.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the only person.
He's just
to
kind of
have
like a
gotten
guy
all
that's
the
like, fuck
belts.
it, I'll fight you or whatever. You know, he's just a
And
fucking fighter's
what was
fighter.
what was Gaethje? What was that fight that he won? He was that
The
That was
BMF.
55.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was 55.
Gage is mainly a
Gaethje's
55 guy,
Yeah. I
even
don't
though he's
think-
enormous
Yeah, he's
for
Yeah.
55.
Yes.
that fight was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, he still hasn't fought since that. I mean, he probably should. He needs to take some time off.
Well, he's had a shit run of fights.
Yeah,
like
dude.
3-4 times.
Or he's fighting just, I mean,
killers.
killers. I mean, that whole,
like Hall of Fame killers.
yeah. The whole lightweight division. I mean, really, just about every division is, I mean, the top, 5 to 10 guys are just all fucking.
I always think 55 and 70 is the hardest divisions
Yeah, you're probably right.
because all those dudes are basically 70 to 200.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like 35 too. I feel like has a ton.
In recent history for sure.
Because you can think of. I mean, you got Sugar, you got Sandhagen, you got what's Umar. You
How
got,
devastated were you about Sugar?
I was hurt. Hurt my feelings.
Mhm.
I was sad, but now it sounds like he's getting a rematch. So
Oh yeah.
because Umar's fighting, they just announced it. Let's see who's Umar Margamedov fighting.
That game plan's
next?
going to have to change a lot. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I was very happy by the result of it, but I will say I do not want to watch that fight again. And the same thing, even if I want Merab to win, I don't want to watch 5 rounds of just Sean not being able to defend
Yeah.
shit. Like,
I was a little surprised
what?
Oh, it's Song Yadong.
just how it went.
Yeah.
The whole fight. Like I thought Sugar would be a little bit more, I'll call it, sharp on some of the just the defensive takedown stuff.
Yeah.
But
Merab's
I mean-
just a freaking. I mean, plus I think their body different. Like the fact that he's so small and able to probably get in on Sean so easy.
well, I just think he wasn't
Yeah.
scared of his striking.
Yeah,
No.
I, don't,
I just think
didn't
he was
give
just
two
like, no,
shits.
I'll
He's-
eat a
yeah,
couple just to take you down.
Yeah.
And I
Just
mean, I think you
relentlessly
can
took him
do
down.
that at 35 a lot easier than you can in some of the higher weight
Oh,
classes.
Yeah. And it's got to be exhausting to like. I bet it creates hesitation for Sean knowing that this guy is willing to eat this shit and just come at me. And if I miss and I don't land what I want to land, I'm on the ground again.
Yeah,
and
well, that was the whole
rolling me
fight.
down
Yeah.
and
That was the whole fight. He
Yeah.
was tentative to throw because he wanted to be
Ooh.
more,
Yeah.
specific as to and pick and choose some of the
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
spots he was doing it. Wow.
I mean, quite frankly,
not
the
good.
next one he's just gonna have to throw.
Dan
some
Ige
Hail
mounted
Marys.
there.
Yeah, mounted. He's gonna
Oh,
get his back taken
rear-
now.
How does he not have rear naked there?
I don't know.
He's about to go. Oh,
And now
there
he's
you
gonna
go.
be at the bottom of closed guard. Oh, armbar. Triangle.
Triangle
he's in a
armbar.
triangle now.
You ain't getting that. They're too sweaty.
Yeah. And his
Anik was
his
talking about
posture's already
posture there.
too- Yeah, his posture's already too high.
Ooh.
You could go for that armbar here, though.
You can go to the triangle right here. Grab his
Man,
back.
he has it right there.
And
he
he's just
could
throwing those
sink that.
elbows,
Yeah, just
Pulling that arm
fucking-
across.
What happened?
End
End
of
of
the
the
round.
round.
Oh, that was
Damn.
a perfect opportunity to just sink it.
Yeah, but I think there was short time, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
rather not gas his legs out if he didn't have. If it, probably not going to finish him.
Since you asked the question for our question and answer, what do you think's more technical, gi or no gi?
What's more
What,
technical?
what do you have? You have to be more technical, and that was a question, right?
No,
you
no.
Asked,
That was
what
what's your favorite submission?
Oh,
or
yes.
submission and or position?
Okay.
Wait,
I'll
yeah,
answer
someone else-
both.
but yeah,
Who was it that asked the?
It was what's the guy's name? I can't remember.
Anyway,
Yeah.
do you think you need to be more technical in gi or no gi?
I would say
I would
gi
say
allows has more variables for you to be more technical doesn't necessarily mean you are more technical while you're in gi.
Mhm.
So I think you can be both technical in gi and no gi. Just very much depends upon the person. Like I play a very technical game,
I would say
or
gi
specific, but I think gi there's just more variables because I have something to hold on to your collar now.
Right. So so the argument that because Zach said the same thing. My argument was I feel like because you don't have the ability to grab and hold and stuff like that, you have to be more technically sound within your motions to get somebody submitted within no gi.
I think that is. I see where you're coming from when it comes with that, but it is. I think there's specific. That's a timing thing. It's not necessarily technicality.
Gotcha.
I would say gi is way more technical than no gi. I think I can cheat a lot more in no gi and just try to out athlete someone and just slam them or whatever, because I don't have to worry about that collar sleeve and that you know what I mean? Like I can slip out and scramble, and then at high, but it's also there's such a difference in high level jujitsu versus like white and blue belt jujitsu where everyone's being technical at a high level, but there's still I mean someone could say you're completely wrong for saying this. I just think that being a better athlete goes much further in no gi than gi.
Well, I think the biggest difference between gi and no gi is speed.
That too.
In no gi, you're afforded the ability to change speed. Like you look at all of Gordon and all of the high level guys right now, their ability to change speed in terms of how they pass or whatever, and that's how they're doing it. But when you look at gi, I'm now able to hold on to a lot more things and I can slow you down. So you're not afforded the ability to right out the gate be able to use speed to your advantage. So guys that can really change their like Luka Modric in NBA, that's his greatest ability is he is able to basically go from slow to quick on a dime, and it makes guys sit there and stutter, and that's how he gets that space. It's no different in no-gi.
Yeah, I agree. Trevor, I noticed that Trevor's so good at like fucking with me and like thinking he's going so slow and then just fucking explodes.
Yeah, you see him in headquarters, he'll sit there, play heavy, and then all of a sudden he X passes you across the room.
Yes, yeah. And like he throws you around like out of nowhere, like is he letting me do something here? Oh no, there he goes.
And especially like
fuck.
The difference between like his X pass and his knee cut, like in terms of speed of which angle he's picking. Good luck trying to time it.
Yeah.
Well, that's I've only rolled against him, I think 2 times. And I mean, I play way more like collar sleeve guard pulling now and all that. And I just know how he is. And I'm like, I don't feel like standing up with you. So, but I know how his knee cut is. And every time I'm basically just mentally preparing of like, how do I stop this knee cut? Because he's so,
I've only,
he throws it so hard into you.
Yeah.
That even if you're being technical, just feeling his strength blow through you. It's
triangle.
I mean, I've only seen him when he's teaching and watching what he does with the guys.
Oh, dude,
that he. I'm like,
you do not want to be an Uki for
like,
Trevor.
Fuck
I
that.
am always the Uki for Trevor.
Yeah. He is. There's a handful of guys where it's like, no, you're not. When you're an Uki for Kyle, when I Uki for Kyle, I learn, which is why I always almost volunteer myself to do so because I can feel his pressure. Yeah. That's not the same one.
Well, it's funny because like everybody
Trevor doesn't really do things nicely.
No,
in fairness,
you're like,
you're not supposed to. Yeah.
Well, it's not like that when you really roll.
Right.
So like you can't fault him for it.
No. Of course not. But
it's just funny because we're all sitting there. And he's like, all right, somebody come up here and help me demonstrate. And everybody's like,
yeah.
All right, Zach, come here.
Yeah. But to your other question in terms of, or what my question was, which was, what's your favorite position and or submission? Obviously for me, it's triangles, but
yeah, triangles.
But I've gone down the rabbit hole, basically like finding ways that are before and after what triangles are to then expand myself into other things. Like, yes, I do a decent amount of buggies, but I typically don't finish buggies. I use them as a transition situation. Like I do this little, it's almost like a fireman's like press sweep that basically I'll hold onto your belt as you're in side control while I have the buggy and just wait for you to elevate your weight a little bit. And then I literally just press you over.
You've done that to me.
Yeah. And the time that I was there, the only submission attempt I learned was the north-south Kimura.
That's pretty niche.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one, man.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite. I mean, I would say I think I said two answers on that episode, but I mean, usually my goal is to get on someone's back, whether it's gi, no gi, no matter what it is. I mean, if I can get on your back, I feel pretty confident in my ability to finish it from there. But other than that, I would say that north-south Kimura position, but with the and stepping over the arm and getting
What a
that side
fight.
triangle.
Mhm.
I love that.
Yeah, these dudes are throwing.
Yeah, they are. This is the third round, right? Oh,
Yep.
fuck yeah, the end of it.
Is this Max Holloway here? What's going on?
No, that was
They're fighting like Max.
that was awesome.
That's 50K, man.
The
Yeah,
amount of times that fight almost finished and no one finished.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real. On both the ground and on.
yeah, on the
Standing.
feet too. Yeah,
Yeah, he's not bleeding at all.
I went down a long loophole, long rabbit hole of loop chokes, and still do them a lot because it facilitates us into easy triangles a lot. Probably my most recent favorite thing in jiu-jitsu, Kyle showed me, it's a levato sweep, where basically on the back, if I have your back and you're on top, but I'll throw body triangle on, and I will basically completely turn away from you and like hip into you and basically put you into the rack.
yeah. So
And-
with a body triangle.
Yeah, with a body triangle, and it's brutal. It's
Yeah,
the most
sounds-
amount of like tap to pressures I've ever gotten is just from that sweep.
Yeah, dude, that's a horrible place to be.
Yes.
Well, just being mounted, like the people that'll have a body triangle when you're on their back, and then they'll just basically like rotate, and then you're in mount.
That's
with
a
a body
sen-
triangle.
yeah.
Which is just, I mean, it's maybe just a little bit better than being face down.
Yeah.
Like-
I mean, arguably, but yeah.
yeah. I mean, they're both pretty
Yeah.
awful.
Damn, that bloody nose. Just-
Nice little cut on the bridge of the nose. Let's see who they give
Man,
it
right
to
there
here.
above the eye.
Yep. That's pretty deep in the eye too.
Yeah. It's got to be Dan, right? Oh no, fuck.
I mean, that first round,
Yeah.
I didn't hear the scoring.
It was a unanimous decision, so yeah, I didn't hear it either.
Did they show the scoring yet?
I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, there's booze.
Yeah,
I mean, it was
Well,
close,
and-
I thought.
Ige's a fan favorite though, you know.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like he's definitely the bigger name. So I mean, that wouldn't the booze or
I think he had round 2 and 3.
Yeah.
I think that's
and
why
he must have
Yeah, he
been
must
crushing
have.
the first one, and then other than that moment where that must have been it, because that was the only one
I mean,
we were truly paying
he won
attention.
on the bottom. He won on the ground.
I'm pumped for this next one though. We got Magomed Ankalaev and Alexander Rakic.
Stretches.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I think Ankalaev. I mean, I think I'm saying I'd take him in this fight. He's on like a 10-fight win streak.
Damn.
Is that good?
Yeah. Let's pull up these guys. Magomed.
So, yeah, last weekend. So Nick Matea was there, and watching him. I mean, again, just explosive. It just sucked that the guy just fucking pulled guard and just
Is that what he did?
sat on his ass. And
Who
Yeah.
did he fight against?
Max. Max.
Maximilian.
Yeah, Max.
I
What
forget
was his last name? He's a Pedigo guy.
Oh,
Pedigo
okay.
black belt.
Got it.
Yeah, Pedigo black belt.
Like actually under Keith or like just joined?
Yeah, I don't know that actually. Let me see.
But yeah,
Let's see here.
It
Let me
just
pull
sucked.
that
I mean,
back up.
the guy had a game plan, stuck to his game plan, and he won.
Yeah.
Dude,
But-
that's freaking jiu-jitsu,
Right.
man. Like
And
whether it's
it was
fun or
just,
not.
it was just like, man, I wish I would have, because I mean, he was frustrating the shit out of
Maxine, too.
Matea, and Matea couldn't get inside, couldn't do anything.
So that is like the most frustrating thing in jiu-jitsu for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh,
It's like
for sure.
when you just don't have a willing participant,
Right.
or seemingly willing participant, because the guy he knows the threat of like getting past and like losing.
Well, that's the same because like,
Oh, here we go.
there-
Here's the scoring. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
what I
okay.
kind of had it. You
Yeah,
know,
I mean,
as
we
I've been
all agree,
talking,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
the wrestling also on round 2 and 3, I thought for sure.
Yeah, but the
Oh, he's a black belt under Dante Leon.
Okay, so
right.
I was gonna say it was like I don't know that.
Yeah, but
name.
now he trains out of. Or wait, no, maybe he's not.
Well,
out of
Leon
Pedigo.
is
Maybe
a-
he's not out of Pedigo. I'm
well,
sorry.
Leon is under Pedigo now.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what it is then. Okay.
Yeah. It was the last year or a year before.
But yeah, I mean, he essentially just sat to guard and he got in on Matea's legs like twice, and
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
really
was
all
able
you
to.
need.
I mean, that's pretty much what won it for him.
Sure.
I think Matea passed like north south for like 2 seconds at one
Mhm.
point, but then like he was able to recover, and like that was, yeah. But it
I
was
don't think Nick even really had a chance to put anything. I don't think he put any submission attempts on him.
no,
He
Well, like,
couldn't.
no,
he couldn't
'cause
get in there.
I mean, it just goes to
well, everybody knows that
yeah.
Matea is an incredible wrestler,
Yeah.
and you know, so the guy sat right to his butt, which I would have do too.
Yeah.
you know, like I know he's probably gonna take me down.
But like
And-
you even think so, like the Rotellos, like after CJI, they were talking about there needs to be a penalty for
sitting, I agree.
sitting and not initiating connection.
Yes.
To me, that is like I am 100% a guard puller.
Yeah.
But I only pull off of a connection.
Yeah.
So if you pull unconnected, I think that should be a penalty.
Yeah. If you
Of what
you're
you know,
pulling and you're
however the
not-
hell
you're
you
not
want to like
connected.
determine it. But
I
like
agree.
yeah, that's the only way to keep the majority of those situations fair, because now you have a willing participant that's actually trying to engage in jiu-jitsu and not just sit there and be like, oh no, come to me.
Well, because that was the thing. Because earlier in the matches, you had Sean Woodson's coach.
Yeah.
That was
it was basically the same.
that was going
same
against
match.
Kraus.
Yeah.
And I mean, Kraus was getting frustrated because he pulled guard, but what's his name? What was Woodson's coach's name? What's his,
Mop.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's yeah.
But he was engaging. Like he was willing to bring him in, and
Right. Yeah.
it was it was a great
Yeah,
great match.
It was
Oh,
like
he's
almost. It was like
crazy
almost,
technical.
like his
His
flexibility,
flexibility
His hip. So
I-
I have crazy inward hip flexibility, not
I
anywhere
was,
close to his.
Well,
dude,
that
he's
guy's
like
head-
his, like
his
feet
leg-
behind his head.
yeah,
like
no
comes
problem.
flexibility.
Mop.
Yeah, I've never seen him do jiu-jitsu.
Oh, dude,
before.
it's
Nick
his
went
ability
and-
to play like all the like 10th Planet rubber guard stuff is insane.
Oh yeah,
He fought Colin whenever we were sitting next to each other.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Colin
Oh,
beat
now
the
I remember
shit
now.
out of the
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
that he was going
Yeah,
against.
Colin.
I heard.
Yeah.
I saw the highlights.
It was
Yeah.
great.
It was badass.
On his birthday.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was sick.
it was awesome to watch. But yeah, it was. Yeah, this guy just. I mean, his like the flexibility. I'm like, holy shit.
Well, so like Josh has a couple of different times he's referenced this in his podcast where he talks about there are guys and there's things in jiu-jitsu where they say like, especially like initially in jiu-jitsu would be like, don't roll with strength or don't muscle your way through things or whatever. And he's always like, why? Like if you're strong, use that ability. I can't withhold my flexibility.
Right.
Be like, oh, don't use your flexibility.
Right.
during
Use your
jiu-jitsu.
strengths.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So why would I sit there and be like, I'm gonna handicap myself? Now, if you're learning, it's one thing, but like if you're competing and you're
Yeah.
like or like you're in the gym during an open mat or whatever, like no, I'm gonna use half of my flexibility today. That doesn't make any freaking
You
sense.
can't do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because you want to train it.
Well,
Yeah,
right,
right.
and that's you're using an ability to then and hone that ability to do something with it. Like, yeah, I am not going to be able to manhandle
Damn.
people and throw people around,
Right.
but I'll be able to sit there
Easy.
and
Yeah.
use
Mhm.
my leg flexibility and my leg length to my advantage. Absolutely,
100%. You got to use. You got to use what you have. For
100%.
sure.
Yeah.
You can't. It doesn't make any sense. I totally agree with Josh there.
I'm excited for this one.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be sick.
Is that like legit going to happen?
I don't know. Oh, and then you got the Oliveira and
I could-
Chandler fight with
I'm
it.
really
That should
not
be good.
interested in that
Yeah.
fight. I just want them to get it done so they can stop talking about it.
I
and
totally
then-
agree.
I think people want it to happen, so
I
then
want
we don't like. Then Jones can be back to either retire or fight.
I hope he fights Aspinall.
Yeah,
I want
yeah. There's only two
him to
outcomes. in
fight
that.
Nigerian.
Pereira.
No, he just boxed and just knocked out some
Oh,
dude.
Ngannou.
Yeah, Ngannou.
Ngannou.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'd be really excited to see. him
Ngannou
fight
lost
Tom-
that boxing match.
No, he
No,
knocked the
won.
dude
Knocked
out.
the dude
Oh.
out. It was the same night as my last.
Yeah.
Me and Nick were watching it as we
Yeah.
were warming up. And me and Nick went after we weighed in, or we didn't even have to weigh in at the CXPJJ, He's like, you guys can weigh in if you want your opponent to weigh in, you guys can. But if not, and I was like, I don't think one person stepped on the scale. Just kind of like a gentleman's agreement, I guess. And but yeah, Nick and I just went to because Watson's is like 5 minutes from there, so we just went there and
oh yeah, I saw it
and warmed
photos of
up.
You guys warmed up.
Yeah,
I was pissed to not be able to make that.
it's all good, man.
And or help you out with, I know you went with
our schedules are
very different.
very
now.
different. It's just because like all I've been training during the day.
Tens, yeah.
I've been going to the tens.
I just can't do that.
Yeah, it's just I miss training at night with everybody. Just first of all, I just miss everybody.
Oh yeah, dude.
And I feel like I never see you anymore. And then I just and the classes are just bigger and there's more people, and I like going to the advanced classes and I like having getting Kyle and Trevor. I like getting both of the different coaching styles
For sure.
But what's been nice is I do really, really love being at these open mats right afterwards. And like,
you get
for example, like on Monday this past week, it was like right after I lost and I pretty much drilled with Kyle for like 40 minutes about, which was sick.
Yeah. It's basically a private.
Yeah. I mean, it was like kind of showing me what we're going to be working on here in like a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm like sick. It's cool.
Dude, it's so funny. Like Kyle will randomly, like every year to 18 months or so, will just put like a little pigeonhole in my head of like, hey, you should try this. And like, it takes me down a rabbit hole of like a thing that I never even thought to even potentially try and or do. And his latest one, which was like, I don't know, a couple months ago, he was like, hey, you should start looking at Keymaster, which is essentially like a reverse K guard off of the opposite side leg. I sort of played it without knowing really what it was at all. And it's essentially it's a diversion of keeping people from passing off of a certain side, but it opens yourself up to using basically a lot of leg entangles, a lot of leg locks over on that side. Also opens up to what we're doing right now, which is sort of this underhook with essentially like it's almost like a triangle, like or the double under like defense of like underhooking that shoulder while you have both
going to that
legs
tricoplata and stuff.
I did not know what that I've never done that tricoplata until Tuesday or Thursday, whenever I was there. And I was like, well, I'm just going to do this forever now because this is because it goes down that like rabbit hole of the no arm triangle that I've been doing for 3 years. And it is a more secure version of what I'm doing.
Sure.
I was like, why have Kyle's seen me finish like 100 different no arm triangles. Who's like, why haven't you been like, hey, just put your hand here and do the tricoplata instead? Because then you could hold on to them the whole time.
Right.
Rather than being like getting dumped if somebody like really like rips it out. It's like, oh, that's awesome. So
yeah,
I've been down that rabbit hole a lot lately.
I'm kind of for this match I was doing all these leg locks and stuff, and I feel like I'm gonna hang on to that for a while and just get better at that. That's been something I'm really just kind of a whole new thing that I've been messing with.
Yeah, those are like the guard shit that I'm working on right now. But like,
well, I worked on all I did was fucking pull guard for a month.
But my next like hole is for sure like going down some passing routes because I've got a few that like I like and do, but like I need to get better at that, like just to be a better grappler.
Oh, for sure. I mean, dude, there's always going to be something we need to work on.
Yeah.
There's always going to be something to get better at, something to improve on, something that you suck at that you can get better at. That's what I love about this stuff. It's just
now just start training their whole other side.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can just get really good at one side, and then you're like,
all right,
yeah, I can pass to the left pretty well. I got to just work on everything that I'm good at, passing to the right.
Well, and it's not necessarily doing the same pass on the opposite side too. It's like
it's like different passes on different sides. Like because I have passes that I like going to the right. I have passes because it's like if I get into side control on one side, if I pass to your right, I almost always go to mount.
Yeah.
But if I pass to the left, I'm almost going for the Kimura.
Yeah.
Because if I pass to the right, that means my right arm's going to be the choke arm.
Yeah.
Because if I pass to the left, I like that side for the Kimura better.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of whichever side I end up on.
For sure.
Dictates submission I go for usually.
Giving out that free knowledge for all your competitors out there.
Yeah, they're
Take
all
no competitors. Tune in.
Yeah, bring it in.
Tune in. You
Still
know what
gotta
they're
stop it.
practicing.
You know how many
Still gotta
times?
stop it.
You know how many
Yeah.
people
Come into
understand that I'm going to triangle them, and I
minute,
still do it?
minute, an hour and 17 into this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a lot of episodes to comb through to find this
Yeah.
gem.
Yeah.
Be different if I had one podcast episode, but this will be like fucking 91. So.
When you have a tournament and there's some guy goes, I listened to minute.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
that'd
Well,
be
you
awesome.
better have fucking
You'd be like,
subscribed,
"Damn it,
motherfucker."
Like, damn, you know more about this podcast than I do.
Yeah,
I've
you've listened to
been
more
studying
episodes than
you
me.
since
You guys see our newest sponsor?
Oh
Yeah,
Hand
hand
wraps?
wraps.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I was looking at that earlier. I like the boxer.
I almost hit
old
you
school
up
boxer
about
on it.
3 months ago
Really?
for some of that neuro gum
Yeah.
because I was hurting hard.
Plenty
I
of
got
it.
some.
What
I
are
got some
these
upstairs.
neuro mints?
Yeah, have
It's the
some.
same thing as
The
the
same
gum.
thing as
Just,
the gum, just mints.
Is it? Do we have any of the gum?
it's a half a cup. It's
I
a
got-
half a cup of coffee.
I got
right
gum
there.
upstairs.
All right, let's have some fresh breath. You do
And I
one
got
or-
some.
You do one or
Next thing you
two?
know, yeah.
What's the dosage?
wants-
Is one
It's
enough,
half
or do you
a
do
half.
two at
That's half
once?
a cup of coffee. You just
I
put in your
mean,
mouth right
yeah,
there.
It's like half cup. I mean, it's 40 milligrams of caffeine.
Next thing you know,
Oh,
Connor's gonna be bouncing off the fucking wall.
Cup right here.
Yeah, so you'll be all right.
I'm chilled out right now. I was partying till 2 a.m. last night.
Oh, look at
Sick.
you
Look at you.
Sick.
with your Ferrari peeps.
Yeah.
I was having a good time.
What'd you do?
I was with Ian Hutch
Oh, where'd you
and
guys go?
Alex and Hannah and all that. Well, so you actually very entertaining. I'll show you a video. But so we went to Katie's Pizza downtown, and then
Good
we went to
spot.
Red Flag actually for an EDM concert.
Oh, really?
And we had no idea because Hannah and Alex love EDM. I do too, but like they're like down to let's go rave. And I convinced Ian to come out. We're out there. Everyone's dressed in costumes.
It's Halloween,
And so, well, yeah, but we're just dressed like going out, and I don't know, you know how I am. I just get into some crazy shit sometime. And I just randomly thought of the idea. There was some dude in a shark costume. And so I go to Ian, I go, I'm going to go buy this off of him and offer him $100. He goes, no, you're not going to do that. And then I just walk over there and go, hey, and I just like, I was, when you're doing things, but you're not processing, like, what if he says yes?
Yeah.
And I walk over there. I was like, hey, I'll give you $100 for your shark costume. And he looks at his buddy. He's like, sure. I was like, fuck.
Now I
So-
have to
so
wear
did you
this-
walk around
And
in your
then
shot?
I was like, I just can't back down. I'm like, that's 100. And he goes, you know what? I'll give it to you for $50. And I'm like, and then like all of a sudden, everyone's like watching me do this transaction in the middle of a mosh pit. And they're making sure the Venmo goes through, and they start handing me the shark costume. So I was like, literally almost got on stage at this place. I'm just running everywhere in the shark costume. It's in my house right now. This is me and Ian last night.
That's hilarious.
And then we go to this other bar at like midnight because I was having too much fun in this costume. I feel like I was like, Batman's got his alter ego, and I got my alter ego in the shark costume. So we go to this other bar in the Grove, and
Which one?
Handlebar. And I'm basically on the DJ set with the guy, and I took my Modelo, and there's me cranking it.
That's hilarious.
There's me this is like 1 a.m. Yeah, twisting the Modelo.
We live very different lifestyles, my friend.
So when I'm hearing all the dad
Kids
shit,
and no kids.
when I'm hearing all the dad shit, I actually was like thinking, I forgot who, like one of you guys I was thinking about texting, and I'm like, oh no, I was thinking about Mad Joe because I knew I just got a message from a group chat with him in it, and I knew where I was at in my shark outfit, and I just know he's like on the dad path now,
Yeah,
living the, this, and I'm out here like, there's two kinds of people in this world.
Yeah,
But,
no, I
no.
built a fort for my 3.5-year-old, and we had pizza, and I, drank a couple beers underneath the fort after she was asleep last
Yeah.
night. So,
There you
while
go.
me and my wife watched The Hobbit.
Yeah.
Very different.
We had the same
Wild night
man.
watching White Collar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, at 2 a.m. you would have seen me on my way home in a shark outfit, and then I have an Airbnb, so I get out and I'm thinking, yeah. And I think the guest arrived while I was gone, and I could see the lights were on, and I'm like, I should probably take this costume off before I walk close to the door, because what if they look outside and they're like, who the fuck
There's
is this guy
trick-or-treater
next
outside?
door?
Is there a trick or treater outside or what?
Dude, the thing had like a whole tail and like a dorsal fin. Hannah at one point's like, Connor. I was like, what? She's like, you're hitting this poor girl in the face with your dorsal fin.
All right, Rackets round one just started.
Woo. Woo, let's go. What do you guys got
These
here?
are some big boys.
I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I like them.
I got
both.
ankle
I
love.
don't
You got
follow
ankle
them
love? Yeah, me
enough.
too, dude.
Rackage has got a decent amount more reach though. He's got some ape hangers.
Dude, he looks way bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
does.
Holy crap.
Yeah, he looks huge.
These are some big. Look at
So
this.
205,
what-
right?
Light
Yeah,
heavyweights,
yeah,
205.
it's
So what do
205.
you guys think they walk around 230?
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, 225 plus probably.
I mean, especially the bigger you get, the easier. Well,
The
I
more,
say this
don't
from
say
somebody
easier.
who.
The more weight you can cut. Let's
Okay,
just
there
say,
you go. Yeah, yeah,
the more muscles you have to squeeze the water out of.
yeah. Okay.
You know, like
Yeah. Sorry, all my big boys that you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, typically, like from my understanding, most of the water that you're sweating out is in your muscles. So if you have
Yeah.
more muscle, then you can cut more weight.
Yeah, I can't sweat as much as
As,
Low T over there.
Low T over here.
It was nice at the last tournament. I didn't have to, the Nashville IBJJF. I was like on the scale several times a day, every day, because I was so stressed about making weight.
You're at middle.
Yeah, and then this time around, I was like the leanest and lightest I've been ever.
What's middle's cap at?
181.
Oh, okay.
So I try to at least weigh 178.
Yeah.
And I was like before Nashville weighing like 181, and I'm like shit. And that's before the
Yeah.
gi and the belt. This last tournament, I was weighing 172. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna eat, and I always love at our level that like we're usually competing around like 11 or 12. So you get to wake up. I think I finished Mr. Deeds that morning. that was how I was preparing for the tournament. I watched Mr. Deeds.
I was trying to
These guys
remember what
are
we did
so
last
heavy.
night. We were gonna watch our show, but we ended up just turning on the Trump Jerry episode.
Dude, have you guys watched
Watching that as a couple.
the new Penguin show?
No, I heard
good
It
news.
is
Yeah.
sick. Like it's not. It doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like
Batman.
I don't mind if it did, but it's like it
Who's that
feels
that's
like
playing? Is that Christian Bale? That's
No,
or-
it's
no,
Colin
the
Farrell.
Penguin,
Colin
Colin
Farrell.
Farrell.
Yeah.
Dude, it is like dark, gritty. Like it feels like it's just gangsters all get out. His acting, the villains are sick. Like it is
Awesome.
one of the best shows I've ever watched. It
So
is
check it
that
out.
good. It
Really?
is so good.
That's cool.
Every episode too, you're like left with like, holy shit. Like the first one
Because
was
what's it on?
HBO Max.
Is it?
Yeah.
So are
No,
they
like-
just releasing episodes every week, kind of like they
Every
did?
Sunday, yeah. There's 5 out. The next one's out tomorrow. But every episode, you're like, damn, like this shit is crazy. It's that good. It's so good. He's definitely him and the one like mafia chick. I think they'll probably win an award for their like it's just phenomenal.
I'll probably wait till all the episodes are out and then
Yeah, binge
binge
that
it.
motherfucker.
Yep.
Yeah, we do that.
yeah.
We do that. So like with all the like different streaming like things, and you could own
Yeah,
20
same.
of them and spend $200 a month on all that. We basically grab one
Subscribe
and then can it after a month after we watch all the shows we want to watch.
It's not bad.
Smart, because we're doing the probably pay $200 a month
Yeah.
in streaming shit.
Yeah. Well, it's
Oh,
also
we don't
just-
have cable. We don't want to pay for that. But
Yeah,
like,
but
let's sit here and
yeah.
fucking have
That's-
HBO.
That's how I'm watching
Hulu.
F1 this weekend. I did the 7-day free
Oof.
trials, so I got otherwise this could charge me $80 on like Tuesday.
Next thing you know, we all have like 100 different emails that we're rotating through.
like who's got the free account this month? I need it. I need a.
P Doyle 1, P
Yeah.
Doyle 2.
Well, it's so,
Yeah,
it's so frustrating because I thought I could have watched F1 from the ESPN Plus app. And
It's
I get
not
in
on?
there, and then it's like, which provider now? And I'm like, you gotta be kidding
Oh,
me.
so they do
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
actually through ESPN, not ESPN Plus, which is
Yeah.
so stupid.
Yeah,
that
it's like
they
I'm already
segment
paying.
the two.
Yeah. So then I went on. I knew it was on YouTube TV, so
Yeah.
I basically got a 7-day free to just watch it this weekend.
I steal my father-in-law's YouTube TV.
Well, but I think I might be hitting you.
All right, I got to tap out.
What?
I gotta go pee.
Oh, yeah. I'm not far behind you.
For like
No.
30 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not far behind you. I'll probably go when you get back.
I'm third in line.
Dude, these pretzels are fucking awesome.
Dots.
Oh,
my
dude.
God, they're
I got the one with like the everything seasoning on them, and they got a little spice to them too, and yeah.
These boys are swinging.
Mhm. I love the heavyweights, light heavyweight fights.
What I love about him is like all the other like Dagestani type dudes are all smaller, and then there's him. He's
Yeah.
just like the
Giant.
he's just
guy.
like the big uncle or brother that's just in the back, like hi. And he's just there. He's huge, huge.
Can't have a mustache if
Well,
you're
and
in-
that's
if
the
you're
thing
from
too.
Dagestan, though.
When they
Yeah,
show him from
right.
like the
It's so
shoulders
funny.
up because he's you're like, oh, he's probably another one of those small guys.
Yeah.
And you see him standing like, holy
Jesus.
fuck, he's huge.
Well, he doesn't look that big when I see him in photos, and then I forget. I'm like, is he really in that weight class? And then I see him there, and I'm like,
Yep.
oh, you are that big, because he doesn't like sitting there. He doesn't look that big, and then he gets up, and you're like, okay. I forgot this was this weekend. I was like, what am I doing this weekend? And then I saw the ads for it again.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta miss a pretty stacked card.
Yeah.
I like when they do them during the day like this, man.
So you guys,
Oh yeah.
so you guys don't think 309 is going to happen?
No,
I
I
mean-
think it's gonna happen. I just don't. I mean, I truthfully don't. I'm gonna watch it. I just could give two shits about Stipe fighting.
It's just
I love Stipe, but it's like the dude's not fought in years.
I think it's
Going
been like
against
4
John
years.
Jones. I think
Or
there's
3
very
years.
few athletes who cannot fight that long, and like I think
Ooh.
Stipe's a hell of a fighter, but Jones is just a natural
Just
freak
Jones.
athlete, and so that's why he was able to
Goat.
be off that long and come back. But I just don't see Stipe.
Doing the same.
Yeah, and like no one, like I don't think there's really any true UFC fan
that too.
that really is dying to watch that fight.
Yeah, makes sense.
Like I could give two shits. I just want it to be done and over so we can move on to an actual competitive fight. And I quite frankly, unless Jones starts competing more, I can't wait for him to retire so we
I
can stop
totally
talking
agree.
about him.
Totally agree.
Like I think he is one of the greatest of all times, but it's like transparently, it's like Gordon Ryan for jiu-jitsu. It's like, cool, dude, you're great. I don't give two shits. I think I actually unfollowed him recently.
Oh,
Hey, Gordon, I unfollowed you. You lost one of your, but I was like, like I just got to a point where it's like, I'm the best, I'm like, dude, I don't care. I just want to see good jujitsu. And that's what made me the Craig Jones Invitational.
So
I
sick.
loved the fight
awesome.
with Rotulo and
William Tackett.
And I'm like, yeah, and I love Mika's putting himself out there. He's getting after it. He's sweeping shit. Like I love people getting after it. These like once in a blue moon super fights.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't.
I felt the same way with
care.
Andre Galvao in the previous version of the ADCC when he went up against Gordon. It was like it was not even a match.
Yeah. But I don't blame them for doing what they do. It's, at this point they've established themselves. What more accolades do you need? You got the money.
I mean, they got to make the decision they got to do. I understand that.
So like, but like as a fan, I just like when people are like, oh man, like Jones is going to fight, for example, I'm like, I could give two shits at this point, unless he starts being active, like fight Aspinall. If Francis comes back, fight Francis. Cool. Like people get pumped for that.
Yeah.
But to fight this,
Well, I think like Khabib did it the
Yeah.
best. I mean, that dude just was destroying everybody. He was like, all right,
And
I've
didn't
done
wait.
it and I'm done.
And didn't wait around.
No.
Like actually like fought often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then was just like, all right, cool, I'm done.
well, that's the thing people already forgot too about Izzy, with how active Izzy was as a champ.
Mhm.
People are like, now some of his jokes are getting shittier at the end. That's people don't hate him as an athlete. They started getting just, his
Yeah.
shit talking got a little old, but
Nobody.
the dude constantly fought.
Well,
was
same
great.
thing with Paeta.
Yeah.
The dude just fights like it feel like every like 4 months.
Yeah.
That dude is just a fucking freak.
Yeah. And I know for Jones's stock, he does got to play it smart because he's probably thinking he's watching like, can I beat Aspinall or not? Or he's just waiting for shits and giggles because by him saying nothing, all it does is get people to keep talking about it. Be like, what are you gonna do? And
Well, that's the
good
thing
or
is-
bad publicity is publicity. So
That's the thing is he doesn't have to.
he doesn't have to. People are talking for him. So that's why I can't wait for this fight to be done. So then we can actually find out
What's happening?
what's happening, because Dana's not going to announce shit till after. I will say all the videos that are coming out lately of how much Dana loves Jones, of greatest fighter of all time. Like it's just like has nothing to do with John Jones, and out of nowhere Dana's talking about John Jones for some reason.
Yeah, I mean,
anything he
the
can
only
do.
thing
to
I
talk about John
I just have a
Jones.
feeling that Jones might walk off into the sunset after this. I think there's a
That's
good
what we're saying.
chance.
Yeah.
The
That's
He
what they're
should,
saying.
but that's the thing is he should.
yeah,
Well, because he has nothing like
He's got nothing
he's
to win, but
risking
nothing
it
to
by
but everything
fighting
to lose.
Aspinall. Now, if he wants to fight Aspinall and he wins it, then that would probably cement his legacy even better. Because then now no one's going to talk shit, But that's how fans are. Fans just
Well, I think that's a
Yeah.
history thing where it's like people underestimate and or don't understand how good he was.
Yeah.
Meaning the newer people coming
Yeah,
in and
yeah.
Aspinall's coming in. I mean, it's the telltale sign of an older, great athlete coming into a new contender.
Yeah.
The older guy always has everything to risk on that, and the newer guy doesn't at all.
well, other than if he loses against a vet, that's not good.
But it's
either,
not.
though.
He's not really true.
Right,
He's
yeah.
losing to the greatest of all
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, to put it in jiu-jitsu terms, it's the Buchecha versus Hodger.
yeah.
Hodger didn't have to come back and fight a 12-time world champion of Buchecha,
No,
but he did, and he mopped the floor with him.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Was that really? Well, I feel like there was a brief moment. Dan Hooker and McGregor.
Dude, that would be sick.
That would be sick. Actually, that's another person I wish was not even tied to the UFC anymore. I wish he would just go away.
Yeah.
Who, Dan?
No,
Or no, Connor.
Connor.
Yeah.
I really wish he before all this shit show now, he just retired back then because his legacy is still great. But now he's just that GTA character where he literally is GTA in reality where he's just like
well, yeah,
some of the
he's
stuff he
Roadhouse
posts where I'm
character he
like,
played.
yeah, that, he played himself. Like it's just like some of the posts, he'll just post shit and it's like a zoomed up on his crotches Versace briefs.
Yeah.
And then the next one will be like, yeah. And I'm like,
You've seen that
I'm
one
just
meme
like,
where it's like
you
that
are
chick walking
an
around and like
insane human.
this is what what Conor McGregor was doing the whole movie in Roadhouse because he's just like walking around.
Literally, that's all he did.
It's just
I mean,
so
I
funny.
get it. He's not an actor, but
Yeah, what was it when the Knox comes at your door?
Yeah.
His name was Knox. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
I
funny.
think I have pivoted my opinions towards Connor completely opposite as to when I first started really watching UFC and thinking like everybody was like Connor's the new coolest dude
Yeah.
or whatever. If you look at post Aldo, the dude has done nothing.
Well, yeah.
And
Yeah.
from my perspective of what he was as a fighter, Aldo that was exactly what we were talking about with John Jones and Aspinall. So older generation, great, even though he's still fighting now, which is insane.
And he looked great at his last fight.
did.
Too.
He did.
He did.
I thought he kind of won that, in my opinion, but
But
Drop
shit
a weight
happens.
class. Yeah.
yeah, but then Conor comes in, beats him, and is
Start
vaulted
on-
into this lore of the newest, latest, and greatest, and then does nothing for 7 years.
Yeah, I want to see. I want to pull because I'm just having a hard time remembering his exact record. Like, who did he fight? Like,
I don't remember what
in-
right after that, but then it was
He didn't
Khabib,
necessarily. He didn't
pretty
have
soon.
a ton of fights.
No,
which
and that's the thing.
it's
Yeah, he
honestly
hasn't.
crazy how successful he's become.
I mean, he beat
because
Cowboy
was
off of
known-
the shoulder
He was known
check.
for one
Yeah.
punch. He was known for one punch.
Yeah.
He didn't have necessarily a ton of fights.
Oh, so after Aldo, it was both Nate fights. So he
Yeah.
lost the first one, won the second,
Right.
and
Which
then
were
amazing fights. Like,
great
those are
big fights.
yes, and they were like his. I mean, I would say almost historic.
That's his heyday.
fights, like for
That's
sure,
that's his prime time right there.
for sure. And then he
Right
fought-
after the Nate
Which is crazy.
fights.
That was 2016.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, those were March of 2016, and then in August he had the rematch.
I remember sitting in college watching the Khabib fight, and I was like,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't want this to happen. Can we not have
I think I
this
was at
fight
Ballpark
exist?
Village.
You were in college in 2018?
Oh, no. Oh, was it 2018? I thought it was college time.
No,
That
I
was
was gonna say
after?
because I know I wasn't in college because
Okay.
I know I watched it here in St. Louis. But then so after both Nate fights, he fought Eddie Alvarez, beat Eddie
Yeah.
by TKO, and lost to Khabib.
Okay.
Then basically didn't fight for 2 years.
Yep.
And then fought Donald, beat
Yeah,
him.
which was a joke because even if you look
Yes.
at that fight, Cerrone didn't even want to be there. He
Right.
said it himself.
Right. Well, and then because he retired after that one.
No,
Or
one more.
One more.
One
That's
more.
right.
And then 2 losses.
And then 2 losses to Poirier.
Yeah.
So he should have.
So he's done nothing since
you're right.
losing to Khabib.
Yeah, other than the Nate fights. Since losing to Khabib,
Which
he's basically done
I'd
nothing.
have to rewatch the Alvarez fight to find out and really think of it from a timeline perspective. But the reality is like
You're right.
he hit that like crest and it just fell off a fucking cliff.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's been that long since he fought Poirier and broke his leg. I feel like that wasn't that long ago. Yeah,
July of 21. So it's
3
been
years
3
ago.
years, man.
Yeah.
And like the fact that people still like talk about him like he's in the upper echelon of fighters.
He's
like,
not
dude,
even close.
Yeah.
I don't know. If
Like
people,
you
I
put
wouldn't
him
say
in, you put
people
him
talk
against
about him.
anybody in the top 10 at 170 because because they say that's what he would probably fight at now would
Yeah.
be 70.
Yeah, he's juicy.
He's big. And I can't think of anybody in the top 10 that he'd
No.
manhandle at,
No.
at 170.
Well, it's hard to even like what would his game be?
Yeah.
Like what's his strategy?
I
Like
don't know.
is he just gonna throw like he used to caution to the wind? The guys are so much better and so more well-rounded than he ever was.
But yeah, and you look at his frame, like even if he's gained the weight, he's still going to be an undersized 170.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, by a lot.
You know, because he's truly like for his body type in his heyday, he was a 45er. You know,
45.
now-
Well, when he was 45, he was Skeletor.
yeah,
So
that's true.
like I would say he was still truly a 55er. Like his general size, he's
Yeah.
a 55er, which is why he was so good at that size.
Right.
Good. I still air quote it.
What did he fight? It was the Nate fights were at 55, right?
They were 55. Because Aldo was
I love-
45.
I love watching Nate
Yes.
Diaz fight because you never know what the fuck's going to happen. I could go down to the last seconds and he's still going to be throwing punches.
I never was a big fan of those guys for whatever reason.
Yeah.
It just
I mean, I don't like
Sometimes
them. But their fights are always entertaining.
well, and
So
I think,
I feel the opposite. I never got entertained by them because I knew usually no one's getting knocked out. Like they're just slugging around, and it's things are happening, but I don't like punches just for the sake of punches. I want to see a finish, submission, knockout. And I already knew at the beginning of most of their matches that it always just goes to decision, and they just can't get knocked out, and they're just
I just knew that there's going to be a lot of action in their fights.
yeah.
Well, I love the build up and the shit talking.
well, they're elite on that level.
Yeah, that's
all
the best.
everybody we're talking about right now
Yeah.
is on elite on that level.
One of the best.
But that
things
is
ever
the least that's the least thing I'm concerned and or care about whenever I'm looking for fights.
Right. Yeah. But when nothing cooler than when Nate, I can't remember who he submitted the guy in the triangle with, but he's got the guy in locked up triangle and he's just doing this. It's fucking awesome.
Who was that?
It's fucking awesome. Let's see here. Let's see. I'm sure I can pull it up here. Maybe I can just see who he beat by triangle.
It should have been like 15.
14
maybe.
So in he's got so many fights. Holy
It might have
shit.
been Edison Barbosa.
Well, it must have been one of these ones back here because
It's a long time ago.
yeah, his last triangle submission win was in April of 08.
Oh, 8.
Yeah, against Kurt Pellegrino.
Really?
I'm curious if that's who it was. It was either him or Alvin Robinson. Because those are his only. Oh, and then he's got another one here
You're looking at
in the WEC.
you're looking at Nick, right?
Nate.
Or Nate, sorry.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's see if we can pull it up. Throws up the double bird.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I was not watching much of this fight, to be honest with you.
I've-
What do you guys
I
think?
wasn't.
I have no idea.
This decision. I like Bruce's coat.
There you go.
Uncle Ive?
I saw a couple of real heavy leg kicks that I did not want to even think about being on the receiving end.
No, thanks. I'm good.
Oh, there's my opponent, Matt Duffy, texting you. There's my.
The group chat, buddy. He won it. He submitted the guy with a calf slicer in Kansas City right now.
Oh no shit! Nice.
Yeah, him and
Oh yeah, brown belt can do that now.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Damn, Duffy went 3-0 on the day. 2
Sweet.
subs at brown
Sick.
belt.
I'm proud of him for going out there. He's like, I got nothing to lose. Let's go out there.
Fuck yeah, dude.
has to feel
double
great.
gold, man.
At
At-
brown belt
at
debut.
brown belt
That's
debut.
sick.
Dude, that's so
that has
sick.
to feel great.
That is sick. Dude, Duffy's.
Dude, I mean, dude, he was a purple belt as long as I've been training.
Has he
No,
really?
well, yeah, no.
yeah,
He,
dude. When
He's
I
been a
when
purple
I,
belt for a long
when I
time.
when
started,
I was
at
a white belt, we were both white belts, and he was coaching us.
yeah, he was at Finney's. He was a purple belt when
Yeah.
when I started.
Dude,
When-
he's
when I
tough. Me and him have some wars.
Oh, dude, that dude submitted me so many fucking times.
Oh, I don't win often.
no, he fucks me. I mean, because he's just so technical.
Very.
And I mean, I train with him every Saturday morning for like the last 3 years.
Positionally, he's
He's tough to
rarely
hold
in a
down.
bad position.
Yes, and he's so good at just like getting in the inside.
Yeah, yeah,
He's
yeah.
like especially if you're in like bottom like half guard, he's so good at fighting that keeping that knee elbow connection and just
Yep.
like getting on the inside of you. And it's
Yep.
like, and dude, he's gotten so good at his anacondas, and his anaconda he'll like hit from top half guard or like dive on it,
Mm.
and then he's always just been really good at arm bars.
I had
Like neon belly
yeah.
specifically from neon belly.
Yeah.
Like he gets you a neon like
he got me an armbar on
Neon-
Tuesday.
yeah.
It was when we did live rounds. I went Jason, Nate, Matt, and Nate.
Damn.
All 2 new brown belts and 1
Yeah.
seasoned brown belt.
Yeah, for sure.
And I
And
was just
Nate's-
at the end of
Nate's
it, I was
tough
just
as
like,
fuck.
fuck.
Nate's tough as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, yeah, Nate's
Yeah, moving him. Holy
yeah,
shit.
his butterfly sweeps he's so good at butterfly.
He was on top and he just smashed.
Yes.
Like,
Well,
I
he's
just-
like he uses his shins like feet
Yeah.
and like walks all over you with
Yeah.
his shins.
Yeah.
It's like it's so frustrating.
Hasbulla's back.
Dude,
He's
he's
our
so
boy.
good. Yeah. Nate's awesome, man. And he's been dealing with a lot of knee injuries the last couple of years.
Yeah.
He yeah, I mean, because him and Mike were like, getting like promoted like stripe for stripe on their brown belts, and then
Yep.
Nate basically got had the knee injury and
Had to sit
basically
out a year.
Sit out a year, yeah.
Yep.
And then Mike
Thumbs
just got his
Hats
black belt.
next.
I know. I still haven't seen him since he got his black belt. I gotta say what's up.
He's in Florida right now, I think.
Not really.
Dalton. Yeah.
Well, shout out to Matt Duffy.
We're training.
Going
I'm
double
training with
gold.
him tomorrow. I'm training with Mike Dalton tomorrow morning. If you guys want to go,
Where you going, Larry's?
Larry's in the morning.
Bro, you guys train. I'm still sleeping when you're training.
Oh well, we all have kids and
Well,
stuff
I'm
to
up at
do.
4 o'clock every
Exactly.
morning.
Not too busy.
Coming from the guy
Even-
who doesn't have discipline equals freedom on his truck.
Yeah.
I'm disciplined from 9 to midnight. 9 to midnight.
Yeah. Okay.
There he is.
Guy
Look
who
at
doesn't
that.
have discipline.
It's gone now. They had to repaint my hood.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
They're like, we're gonna have to remove this. I was like, it's fine. I'd rather have a rust-free hood than
You had a rust on it?
yeah. They're like because of like it was still under the miles of like they're like it should have rust already, and they found rust in my door and on the hood, and so they like repainted
Jeez.
it.
Dude,
Are you
my-
taking that thing to a salt bath?
Fuck. I guess it happens when they paint it, and sometimes there can be bubbles in there or whatever that allows
Oh,
water
yeah.
to seep. The Carpenter. Can't wait to see that.
Is that about Jesus or something?
I don't know.
I assume.
Yeah. I see.
Long hair, semi-Arabian looking dude with the title of the carpenter.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any more Diddy updates?
I don't think we need any more
No.
Diddy
I'm good
updates.
on the Diddy updates.
I want to
Yeah.
know where we're at in the whole.
Where the lube is.
God, no,
Yeah.
I honestly still love that Costco is like we don't even sell that. They're like we got it at Costco. He bought it in bulk. That's what you do at Costco. And they immediately like
Like,
one day
nope.
later,
Nope.
we do not own.
one of our
We do not
SKUs.
sell lube at Costco.
baby
That's
oil.
so funny. Oh shit. Oh wow, it's loud when you.
You slam
Yeah,
it.
when you drop your phone.
Well,
on
I'm
the
not.
table.
I'm not dropping my phone. I mean, it's just like this thing picks up so much sound.
Good. Good microphone.
Yeah. The
Getting
old
choked up
Shure
about it.
mics. Gotta love them.
It's an interesting stadium.
In Abu Dhabi.
I don't think that's a stadium. Is it?
It like
Yeah, it
doesn't
looks like
look
an office building
that,
on the
it
outside.
doesn't look that big.
It's not.
in
It's an
there.
arena, so it's not that big.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like Enterprise is probably
Also,
bigger
it
than
looks
that.
like you got to be pretty important to be in that
Mhm.
building.
Yeah. None of the peasants show up to this one.
Zach says that, and then I hear him talk. I'm like,
Yeah,
it's
I
the
mean,
same
it's like
person.
spot on.
This comes at Chimaev.
Oh,
I actually
God.
want to hear this. Huh?
Yeah, dude, he beat the fuck out of Gerald.
Yeah.
I hope he does that stare again.
That
yeah.
right there.
Mm.
It's terrifying.
Psycho.
He's got hair now.
I saw that when on the way, and I was like, "Ooh,
Yeah.
that looks weird."
Yeah.
Boars.
If I get the chance to finish somebody, I do. I kill everybody. I'd love to see like him against like some, in just like a straight grappling match against like some of the.
There's a lot of those dudes that I like. I mean, we've had some of like the local dudes like show up with, Kraus, obviously not in UFC
Yeah.
anymore, but and Evan, and
Yeah.
then almost Sean, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
Sore subject.
Still a sore subject. but,
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
talk
do we
about
know why?
yeah,
we don't
talk
have to.
off-
We don't.
we'll
Yeah,
talk
we don't have
off
to
mic.
talk online about it.
But yeah. We'll talk
Sure,
off
all
mic.
good. But no, like I think they're underestimated in terms of some things, but like so your question about the technicality stuff and that stuff, like I think there's another level. There's some of the guys obviously like you look at Brian Ortega, you look at
Yeah.
Charles Oliveira, like those dudes. Gilbert Burns, he's a world champion.
Yeah.
in
There's,
jiu-jitsu, so,
there's several
like,
guys that are, world champion jiu-jitsu guys.
Mackenzie Dern, yeah, all those players. Obviously, they're famous and known for it.
They got famous there. That's how they got their start.
Sure.
And this was grappling. But I'd love to see guys like Kamzat, like
Yeah, there's these stud wrestler guys, or
yeah.
the
I mean, honestly, that'd be really cool.
or the
if,
sambo
like,
people.
Like the UFC just did like, I mean, not the UFC, but like they just picked like all MMA guys and like just did like some sort of grappling tournament, like some sort of CJI type.
Well,
tournament would
and
be sick.
they've done like the Fight Pass invitationals with
Mm.
like all the jiu-jitsu guys, and like a lot of the B team guys are on those.
Right.
But like if they did a jiu-jitsu specific on one side and then UFC on the other, to where they're going back and forth with those. Like they've done a couple of those matches, but none of them were really like that. Like
right.
I'll call it competitive. Like I know Phil Rowe did.
Yeah, Phil Rowe did
Against-
that. Who's the one guy? He tore his knee doing it though. Cup Swanson.
Yeah. Who is it? Uriah. Cerrone did one, which
Cerrone.
is crazy.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess if you are fighting and you're an active UFC fighter, it's just so risky.
Oh, totally.
You're just taking unnecessary.
But like
risk.
if you are if I know some of the UFC guys have run into these situations where they're dealing with concussions and or like head trauma stuff, and like they still want to stay active and get a paycheck.
Yeah,
that's the way to do it
for sure.
It's just you're not going to get a full card of that,
right? Yeah,
because you get knocked out and they shut you down for 6 months. It's like,
who's
what
first?
are you doing?
Yeah, Chimaev will come out first.
Is this Wolves Howling? Is that his thing?
I don't know. Sounds like it though.
Halloween themed.
Yeah, he's got a Halloween theme walkout song.
This guy knows he's a seasonal guy.
5-rounder,
Yes, this is a 5-rounder,
which is awesome.
yes.
Is co-main? I guess it has to be
Yeah,
if they're calling it
it's co-main.
5-rounder.
Yeah.
And today's awesome. We got this, and then at 5 o'clock's the qualifying for F1. So I'll probably go grab a bite and then go home, watch that.
I'm gonna go home to babies and start changing diapers.
Yeah,
Put my shark costume on and start partying again.
I'm gonna go to my parents' house. My parents are doing their Halloween party tonight. We'll go over there and eat a bowl of chili, and
We're
Get the
on
boys
onto the
home.
desolation of Smaug.
All right,
now.
is
I'm
it
gonna
running
go
again?
home
That's
and-
right. Look at him
I'm
go.
gonna go home and finish cleaning just so I can get my boys back tomorrow for them to destroy the place.
Yeah.
there you go.
All right, he just ran to the octagon. I think he's winning.
You think?
He's
Dude, I just think I don't know. I just think Robert's gonna.
I just hope it's a really good.
I don't
fight.
know. I think it's.
I
gonna be a
want
great
him to
fight.
win because I do love Whitaker. I love him, but this is like his prime and
Well, he's a
Whitaker,
villain.
Like, I want him to get the
He's
belt
up and coming.
eventually. Yeah, he's up and coming. So like, if he loses, that kind of kills the excitement and the aura of him. Like Whitaker wins or lose, I'm gonna like him either way. But if he loses, that changes things. I want him to get the belt, and then I want to hear what type of shit talking he has when he's the champ.
4th smallest amount on bottom position in UFC history, and it's at 6 seconds, and he's 4th.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Well, but I think I forgot what fight when it was he finally got taken down, but or like the amount of time
think it was
he was
Usman.
even in.
I think Usman took him
Yeah.
down.
But until
Yeah.
that match, though, he also didn't have a lot of time in the octagon because all the
Oh yeah.
matches were.
Well, they were
over,
just
like-
saying he's got the record for fighting 2 times in 10 days.
Yeah,
That's
it's
insane.
insane.
Well, the first one, like he one punch knock out the dude, like within like 20, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And then he's like, all right, well, let's
Yeah.
run it back.
Yeah. I'm healthy.
Who's
That's got to be hard to hold that weight for a
who's
week,
the
though.
favorite
Yeah.
for this?
Yeah.
This is by submission knockout.
Well,
but
he was
just-
fighting at 72, wasn't he? Or no? I'm thinking of somebody else, right? Or no?
Well, no, he went down to 70
That's right.
at one point. I don't remember who it was
But
against.
he's having a hard time. He has a hard time making 70.
Correct.
That's
Is
such
Izzy
a big jump, man.
Is Izzy
15
coming
pounds?
back?
Hmm?
Is Izzy
He
coming back?
just fought.
Yeah,
Adesanya?
Yeah.
he just fought like whatever a month ago.
Yeah.
Adesanya just fought a month ago. Who?
Yeah.
Yes.
He beat.
That wasn't a month ago. That was like
It wasn't,
Oh.
that, wasn't that long ago.
Pat, you got it?
Yeah, he lost to Dracus.
Oh, yeah,
that,
Dracus
never mind.
Duplessis.
Then he
30
didn't-
and 305.
That was a while ago. Never mind.
that was.
I mean,
that's
is
what-
that long
August.
ago?
Yeah.
It's August.
August. Okay, so yeah, okay, maybe it wasn't.
Oh, that was August.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he lost to
That
Sean,
was that one.
Sean
I was
Strickland before
a
that.
bummer
and-
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
he hasn't.
Sean
Bobby
just
Knuckles.
marched him down.
Yeah.
It's weird to think that Adesanya has not won since April of last year.
He's on a bummer tear right now.
I mean, if I was him, I would retire too. You already like at a certain point, unless because he's already making money outside, like he knows how to market himself.
Whitaker's
You're never
pissed.
gonna get like he's already won his belt back from Alex, right?
Mhm.
Like him.
That was
winning
his peak.
Yeah, him winning the belt again wouldn't really do anything for his legacy at this point, and him adding more losses would only kind of like not kill his legacy, but just kind of like if I was him, I'd just retire now and call it a day,
Yeah.
or get one more fight,
But
get
you're
at
not
least a
him.
win, and then call.
These guys want to fight. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I
Well, he
think.
talked about it. He was on Rogan like 2 weeks ago. He
Yeah.
talked about it,
What did he say?
He's fighting still.
Yeah, he's still going to keep fighting, but probably just for a couple, I think he said
He's
till
gonna-
he's like 34, 35 and then call it.
He's
I
got
think he's like 32 now.
I am 35 and feeling like I could go out in there in the UFC right now. Sounds terrible.
Yeah, like on the flip side, like baseball, I look at some of these guys that are still playing and still able to throw in the low to mid 90s and they're 35, 36. I'm like, fuck that.
Just the recovery on your arm, man.
It's insane.
Can't imagine.
No,
Yeah.
like,
Especially without any performance enhancing supplements.
yeah.
Yeah.
aren't these performance enhancing supplements?
Eh.
Eh.
The ones that they, know about and or test about.
Well, what guys get popped for the most is Adderall.
There's a dude
Yeah,
in
so crazy.
Detroit Lions who just got popped for it.
Yeah, because the process to get approved to take it is like a 2-year process.
Really?
Yeah, it's a long process. So most in the half life of it is like 8 hours. So you
Well, it's
could,
freaking speed.
yeah, you could take it. You could take it when you get to the field and it's out of your system by the end of the game, and that's usually when they're piss testing you.
That's what they were doing for all the peptide stuff because it's basically as soon as it's in, it's gone within a couple hours.
He's already
Yeah.
staring him down. I love it. Look at
I've been taking the BPC 157 in my knee.
And
Still, you saw it pop earlier. So.
yeah, I did. Seems like it's really working for you.
You hear that, Blake? He keeps
But I
trying to
also
tell me
think
to take
it's-
that shit.
I also think it's like I think
Well,
it's
that's
just,
a.
I don't think it's just gonna make this tear magically.
well,
Fucking
I was just gonna say, I was like, that is a structural problem.
yeah.
Like,
I-
if I'm gonna go architecture on you here,
I just thought
Yeah.
I thought I'd give it a shot. You know?
hey,
I-
dude,
for a couple $100, I was like, it's
Yeah.
worth a shot before I do the surgery.
Hey,
you know?
dude, I got to do something with his wrist because it's not good.
Really?
It hurts a lot, and like I can get like full range of motion, but man, if you push even a little bit on that,
Wrist lock you pretty easy.
All right,
Jason,
guys,
I
it's
had
time.
it taped on Tuesday, and like it's a giant white band on my wrist, and he immediately goes in and like goes to wrist lock, and I was just like tap like immediately.
Mhm.
I go, what the fuck, man? He was like, ah, shit, sorry.
Yeah.
I was like, I know you're fighting in Kansas City this weekend, but hey, man,
Yeah.
like
The old devil's handshake.
I'm also not fighting this weekend in Kansas
All
City.
right.
Did you hear Kyle? I think he said he ordered one, but he got a bell to put up at the front of class because he said that who is it that has one? Andy Saban apparently has one that anytime you wrist lock somebody, you get to go up, or the person that got wrist locked has to go up and ring the bell.
Oh man, no, I did not know about that, but I am going to
I think that's
immediately
hilarious.
start wrist locking a lot.
So if you get wrist lock, you got to go up and ring it.
I'm gonna
He
avoid
called
Jeremy
it-
at all
yeah.
at
Oh,
all
God,
times.
he's so good at it. Dude, that one picture
Dude,
is so sick.
so
where he's got the
sick.
guy's like arm folded like this.
He's
and
in guard. He's got the guy's elbow, and he's like
it's just
the
such a
camera
cool
angles
picture.
from here, and he's
It's-
just wrenching down on
Oh
it.
man.
It's awesome. Here, I'll pull it up
Yeah,
so you
it's
can see what we're
sick.
talking about. Like
Shout
Yeah,
out to
here it is
BJJ
right there.
Edits.
just folding the dude's wrist over like that.
Let me see this.
Well, so the thing was, is I'm sitting next to Kyle on the barrier where he's coaching. I'm just
Yeah.
yelling.
Yeah.
And Kyle's immediately on in the whole match because he pulls like this. It's a weird pull. He pulls half guard from like basically single leg X, really. Over pulls him and grabs the leg, sweeps the guy immediately. And then they ended up in some sort of like a weird tussle kind of thing.
Damn, they're
And he
both
rolled
local
into
before.
what we thought was an armbar. And I think I even said it. I was just like, oh, he got him in an armbar. But no, he was just wrenching down on
Oh,
that wrist.
just folding the dude's wrist over.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, he's always looking for wrist locks.
Dude, he's got a couple ones on some transitions that like I've never
He's
even
got me
seen or
many
heard.
times. With
Oh, same.
Here we go,
Let's
boys.
see this.
Hamza is ready.
Yeah. He looks a lot bigger.
He's a lot taller, I thought.
Yeah, I guess I should just say taller. He looks
Whitaker's got that thick.
yeah, he's got like a very thick torso.
He's got that 3C thick body.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
God, that was
that's
so
fast.
man, low single.
Let's
He's on the
go.
back.
The cage wasn't there.
Yes.
He's got that grip now too because they're
Yeah,
not
he's got
sweaty.
a seatbelt.
Hook in.
It's gonna be over first round.
Whitaker was on his knee. Now he's on his back. He should stand. He's trying to sit out.
Yeah, he's trying to get behind him.
The very
Wow.
beginning.
God damn.
Told you how good you're good, man.
Yeah, how good you're good. We're about to find
if he
out.
finishes him in the first round, that's gonna be a great return
Ooh.
for all this.
You fell to 13. Dang. In the ranking.
What was he before?
I mean, he was climbing. He was up in top 10 before he had his little hiatus.
Well, if he beats
Yeah, he hasn't fought
Whitaker,
in a
he'll
year.
definitely. Well, if he beats Whitaker, will he jump to 3? Right?
I don't know. I don't think
wouldn't
it's.
say
I don't think
jumping.
it's immediately up to that. I think it'll depend. I mean,
Yeah,
Whitaker will obviously fall, but
I bet he goes top 5,
you would think
but you never know with these rankings, dude. They're
it's all
screwy.
subjective. It's
Yeah,
all.
so
It's all whatever
subjective,
Dana
like,
wants.
Yeah, I mean, MMA math doesn't exactly make sense. Just because a guy.
Well, it
beat-
makes no sense to me that Alex Pereira is not the number 1 pound for pound, in my opinion, compared to Islam.
He has more pounds than Islam.
I'm
is
just like-
the way that works.
And when was the last time Islam's fought? I feel like it's been a little
Long
bit.
time.
But the way how dominant Alex has
Is
been and the way he's been dominant,
Volk.
and I'm not saying that Islam hasn't been dominant, but like
Oh, shit,
Alex
he's
is
got both
doing
hooks.
just crazy
He's
shit.
on- he's got. Oh, there it is.
Body
Body triangle? Trying it.
Mm.
Oh,
no,
dude, Bobby
came up.
Knuckles is out. Oh, shoots back in.
Damn.
That
The way
bottom,
he pulled
that bottom leg.
Yeah.
Catch the bottom leg.
Did I tap someone the other day? I don't know. I mean, honestly, there's no method. I just pull random shit and try to force
Islam
it.
just fought back in June.
But
Oh, really?
I
Yeah,
grabbed
he fought
someone's
against
leg.
Dustin.
Oh, Dustin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then Volquez was before that, 2023,
Yeah.
about a year ago.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it
I
was
forgot that he-
Dustin's last.
I forgot that he buffed
potential
up
last.
for you.
I ended
about
up
that.
in a X guard, and then I grabbed a guy's leg and I started twisting it back over his head and just started cranking it like a Kimura. And I was like,
I'm gonna
I was like,
avoid you next
yeah,
time.
he like tapped, and I basically like just started twisting it up. I'll take the X, and then sometimes I'll grab the leg and just start cranking it back. And he tapped, and I was like, I don't know what that was. I just grabbed your limb, and I figured, why not try it?
So you grab a
Oh,
limb and
shit.
twist it.
Oh,
No,
no, I didn't have it.
God, dude. His grab, his
As
transitions.
as Kyle told me to yell at the CEX BJJ, grab his dick and twist it.
Uh.
I love the videos of me shouting that at the very first one. I was just no regard for what I was saying.
Let's just say Kamzat's Good's looking pretty damn good right now.
Mhm.
Well, it's all about if he can survive this round
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
longevity of it. That was
Yeah.
his big thing.
Is he going to be able to keep this up for 5 rounds?
No,
No.
not in
he's
there. Oh, he
tapped.
tapped.
Oh, fuck.
He tapped quick.
Yeah, he did. That squeeze had to be real.
He didn't even, he was on, I was on the jaw.
Yeah, it
wasn't
was a
even-
face choke for sure.
Yeah. What?
Wow.
No, I didn't. God damn.
How good you good, man?
called it.
His fucking Good's very good.
Round
Just
one.
mauled him.
Yeah. God damn. He is.
His tear is
Win
over.
via face crank, according to John Anik.
Yeah.
Checking his jaw right now and see if it's still there.
Wow. I want to see that replay. Because there was only a couple seconds. There was like 30 seconds left, I think, right?
Yeah, it wasn't much.
That was a mauling.
Yeah, he was all over him.
Yeah, he didn't. I don't think. Yeah.
I mean, he used the cage to his advantage there in terms of how deep he was shooting, and like he basically just like threw caution to the wind off that initial shot and threw his head basically to the bottom of the cage and caught the leg and pulled up
Here it is.
right here.
So far away.
He's fast to get in there.
Dude,
Yo.
DC calls it a panic tap.
Wow. So fast.
I kill everybody.
Dislocated
just-
jaw.
Okay. Well, that'll do it. That
Yeah.
makes sense then.
That has got to suck.
Oh, God, dude. Dude, having your jaw wired shut, I can't imagine many things worse than that.
One, like, how do you put it back in? You just
Oh.
sit there and open it, like
I don't know. Like
probably doesn't feel good.
No.
well, one of the podcast, I listen to Sugar and Tim's podcast a lot, and Tim, that was what ultimately kind of ended his MMA career. Was he broke his jaw in his last fight and had to have his jaw wired shut for like 8 weeks.
Ended Jeremy Roenick's career.
Yeah, and you just
Took a puck to the face.
having to suck. He basically was saying how he had to, for 8 weeks, he had to, suck liquids through his teeth.
Oh,
Because if your jaw's hard shut, you can suck it on a straw, but you got to like suck the liquid through your teeth to,
Dude.
you know.
Just more of a shout out
He
to
said he would
Kanye
just-
through the wire, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, and he would just blend up whatever and try to
dude,
put it down.
sucks.
Oh, just living off protein shakes and fucking melted ice cream.
It's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I just craving something crunchy.
Oh yeah, you're wanting fiber more than
Yeah,
anything in the
fiber.
world.
Yeah,
after
you
that.
can't even get fiber really.
Yeah.
Well, these have been
So,
some great
and
fights.
too with those guys, I mean, their nose are probably busted as fuck too. It's probably hard to breathe all
Mm.
just
Oh,
straight
yeah.
through your nose.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of those guys out there. Like you hear Jesse Gaethje talk, he talks like this.
Yeah.
You know, like
Well, mine's angled off to the side, but
It's just-
I got one good one.
Yeah, while you're in there, fix my nose so I can breathe while my mouth's wired shut.
Dude, I don't know if you guys have ever had this, but have you ever felt like when it gets to the pressure and actually swells up in your eyes and off of
Mhm.
that? It's the worst feeling
Terrible.
ever. Yeah.
ever
From
had that.
what?
It's
Like
so
the really
it's
bad
common. It's a
sinuses.
common thing whenever fighters, and it'll actually break one of the sinus bones or whatever, and air will leak out into basically your face pocket.
I've
and
seen
will
that.
blow that up. Cerrone had it really
Yeah,
bad
when
on
he
one.
blew his nose.
Yeah,
and
and his eye just went whoa, and he went whoa. He reacted because he saw himself on the jumbotron. But you can have really clogged up sinuses, and on the other side, it will actually happen a little bit. And I've had it a couple of times. And it's the worst feeling in the world because you just sit there and you want to blow your nose out, but you can't.
But yeah, that's the worst thing you can do because you're just adding more pressure.
Yep.
God damn.
Oh, fuck.
That's kind of why I tapped
Wow.
to the guy in Nashville as he got around my like right below my nose, and I knew it was either like rake my nose through his and his the dude was like a former powerlifter, is just built like a brick shit house, and then it slid down to over my teeth, and I have a mouth guard, and I could feel him just cranking into my mouth, and I just was like, I'm not
Lose
losing
your
my teeth.
teeth.
Yeah, I immediately I tapped like within seconds of that.
He's just thinking Abu Dhabi,
Mm-hmm.
or I guess UAE.
The UAE.
Savage.
Abu Dhabi.
All right, now
about
for
a
Max
thriving
Holloway's
country.
Okay, now our
win.
main event. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Let's go, Max. Everyone here wants Max to win, I assume.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah. Even though
So, or
He-
get the hell out of here.
he broke my heart with the win over Ortega.
Yeah. That was a while ago, right?
Yeah, but he made Brian just look just like it was a
Oh, yeah,
striking
like-
just manhandle.
Right.
Brian's face was like so just like destroyed after that.
And wasn't that the one where he's like
He
trying to like
looks-
coach him? Or
yeah,
am I thinking?
yeah.
He's like, no, pick
He's
up your
like-
hands.
Yeah, he's like
grabbed his
he
hands.
grabbed
like,
his hand and moved it
and
up.
moved it up.
yeah, in the middle of the fight.
Middle of the fight. He's like,
Yeah,
no, your hands are too low. You need to keep them up higher. So I can't punch you so good.
Dude, if I was ever after doing a fight, I'd need somebody to do that for
Oh,
me.
for sure. For sure.
Ortega didn't look very good against Lopez.
No, he did not.
Not at
No.
all. He looked
It's
old
dude,
and
I'm telling you, it's
slow.
like I have such a love-hate relationship with him as like an athlete. It's like I want the dude to like showcase how talented he is from a jiu-jitsu perspective, but like he did early on in his career a ton, and you were like, oh, he's going to do this for everything, and then he went down this rabbit hole. It was like, oh, I want to prove that I can strike, and did that once, and then got worked a couple times because of it. Then went through some injuries, then had some comebacks that were amazing, but like it's never really clicked back to what he had off of that original like
Mhm.
streak of like 3-4 guys where he was just like guillotine,
Yeah.
triangle, like
Yeah, you look like a world beater for a while.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't even look like Connor.
no.
Everybody else it looks like him, I would say. But it just like doesn't look like Connor.
I like those gold gloves that they're using.
You do?
Yeah.
I think it's a little kitschy.
A little what?
Kitschy?
Never heard that word.
You never heard that word?
I don't think so.
It's
Let's dive deep.
it's essentially like it's the appropriate synonym for that.
In today's English lesson.
Yeah.
Let's look up synonyms for
Let's do it.
'cause I can't. My brain doesn't work anymore now that I have too many kids.
That lack of sleep.
Dude, it's the brain fog is like
It's-
crazy.
Yeah.
I feel that, guys. I slept 5 hours last night.
That's because you're low T.
Yeah, it's because you're low T, honestly. That's
Yeah.
really what it is.
Tacky or showy,
Ah, okay.
but to a little lesser extent than that.
Yeah. I mean, when you have such little gear on already, it adds a little bit of pop to it.
Yeah, well, I'd be curious to see guys' opinions because they are gold and it matches more flesh. Well, some flesh.
Mhm.
Color, is it harder to pick up location of hands?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
Makes
know.
sense.
Yeah, that would make sense.
don't know.
I just
Yeah, because there's less contrast.
For all you guys that fought in the UFC that follow us and are watching along,
Yeah, all of you.
comment
Yeah,
below.
all 0 of you. All
Yeah,
of you.
that have-
Maybe
yeah,
even
that have
over.
worn
Maybe
these
even
small
over.
ones.
Like,
All you
tuned in.
UFC guys that have fought and worn the gold gloves, let us know.
Yeah, we could probably there's probably like less than 20 at this point. Like,
all the champions following you guys' podcast.
Absolutely.
it's
The
one of
go-to.
biggest, yeah, one of the biggest MMA podcasts on the
Ever.
planet. So
Yeah, we got the
Ever.
winner.
I was,
We
I was
got
like,
the
man,
winner
I
of
was
this-
thinking about that the other day. I was like, we really like fucking bounce all over the place, don't we? In our fucking podcast, we had an appraiser on on Wednesday. We're having a fight companion. We're just talking shit and watching fights. We'll have we're having Kevin Smith on the podcast this week.
Mhm.
The Clerks, Kevin Smith.
No, from that'd be sick.
That would be sick.
That'd be sick. No, the brown belt from Revive.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Connor's boy.
Yep.
We're just in Texas together.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. Him and I connected at your birthday.
Yeah. Kevin and I train a lot together.
Every
Yeah,
time I'm
this
out,
style.
every time I'm out at Revive and he's there, we're always rolling
He
together.
said you're his bitch.
He's got really good wrestling.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I've only rolled with him like once.
Yeah, he's hard to take down.
We ended up basically, it got to a point where Junior would say, one of you guys has to pull, because we'd do like 5-minute matches of we couldn't get a takedown on each other. So every time we'd roll, Junior's like, all right, guys, you either someone's pulling and starts on the ground, or you guys are not going anymore with each other, wasting rounds. And so now I just pull every single time.
Dude. You gotta love Max, man.
Yeah.
He's just so awesome.
Definition of heart.
Mm-hmm.
Just him pointing to the middle of the ring. That
What
was
is-
so badass.
Let's see if it gets there. Because
That-
he's like, I'm not doing it. Because Ilya was saying, let's do that in the first 10 seconds of the fight. He's like, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
That'd be sick.
What is the story behind Gaethje's eyes on his stomach? It's just such a strange tattoo.
I think it's like that bad boy logo.
Is it? Oh yeah, that makes sense.
I'm pretty
It's
sure.
just like a weird placement too. It's not central. It's just randomly to the left ribs. Like
yeah.
it's just
Pretty
another thing I
sure.
hate about Jamal Hill is his damn hand.
Oh god, those
tattoos.
are the worst. The worst tattoos in the
Yeah,
UFC.
like I
There's
already
a lot
didn't
of
like
bad
him,
UFC
and then-
tattoos.
Bro,
You see
those
that?
got to be.
Yeah, what
the
was the one we were
worst.
talking about with the guy who had his girlfriend's face tattooed and then got it covered
Oh.
up with a gorilla?
Yeah. What's his name?
And
Fucking
not even
British
a good
guy.
gorilla, like a
Yeah.
terrible looking tattoo cover up. What the hell was his
Darren
name?
Till.
Oh,
you-
Darren Till, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen Cody Garbrandt's new face tattoo?
Yeah, it's like a
He-
sword or something.
Yeah, it's so I liked his tattoos and his style, and then now I see that, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me! And he has the freaking handlebar mustache. He looks
Yeah.
like a goon.
He is a
He
good
looks like a goon.
Yeah.
So what's funny is one of my good friends in Chicago. She's now engaged, baby on the way. You know, I'm super excited for her. But like before she met her now fiance, in her like dating spree or whatever, she never dated him, but he would slide into her DMs all the time. And I remember her hitting me up like
Oh, Cody?
Cody Garbrandt, yeah.
Really?
And because he was in like Chicago a whole bunch. And she's like, a UFC fighter keeps hitting me up. And I'm like, who? And she's like, Cody Garbrandt. I'm like, what? It's just so random of all people.
Cody,
Oh,
no
wow.
love.
Damn. That is bad. That's
What-
really
what?
bad.
Darren Till's girlfriend a gorilla tattoo.
That's awful. Yeah,
Yeah, that's-
have you seen that?
That's a
Yeah,
Liverpool
we looked
Central
at
right
that
there.
Last time.
Was that what we were looking at this at the house.
That's right. Dude, and I feel like, I mean, I was thinking about this. I was like, I feel like Ilya's path to the belt was not,
Hard.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. But he beat,
Yeah, I mean, he beat Volk. So, I mean,
I mean, that was
Picture of the gorilla.
he didn't just beat Volk. He knocked him
that looks like
flat.
something my toddler drew.
yeah, it's like its nose is way too big or something.
I can't even
don't
like
know.
see it.
Yeah, it's awful. Let's see. Who was Ilya's like record leading up to?
It's like it's half finished.
Yeah.
It's got the top of her head, and then from the nose down, it's a gorilla.
That's the thing, is, like, I don't even feel like I can see. I can't see it. I literally can't
let
see
me
it.
look at it again. I remember now what you're
I don't
talking
see how
about.
it's a gorilla.
Yeah.
It looks like cartoon art of like the Joker's face.
Well, plus
yeah,
like the blue
I think he had it
streaks-
finished. I think I've seen it like a little bit more done than that because that's clearly like someone's like
Half-
half
yeah,
like
dude.
covering it
What,
up.
what makes
Yeah.
it worse too is it's his only tattoo, so all focus goes right. Like there's at least like with some bad tattoos, you're like, but then you have a lot of other good work to counterbalance it. This when that's
Yeah,
when
that's
you
bad.
look like that, like that white kid from
Well,
like
when you
Private
look like
School
that and you
Next Door.
sound like him,
Yeah.
like
And then you got that
From
tattoo
Liverpool,
to add
where you
to
have
it.
that very
Scouse
hard,
accent. Yeah.
that hard.
Sorry, all my
Liver-
Liverpool fans,
Yeah,
which
that
I'm
hard
very much not
Liverpool.
a fan of your team, but
Yeah, I mean, it's liver. I feel like the Liverpool accent, like the Patty Pimlet, like it's just such a
I like
hard-
Patty though.
I do too. I mean, but it's just like that accent is
Yeah,
a very distinct like British accent. But as far as Ilya's last several fights, I mean, he had that fight against Ryan Hall.
Yep.
Beat the fuck out of him. Then he knocked out Jai Herbert, which I watched that one earlier today, and then he submitted Bryce Mitchell, who was
He worked Bryce.
yeah, but I mean, I think Bryce was coming off of being like really sick supposedly, but Bryce was
They just showed the highlight on him too.
yeah, and he submitted him with an arm triangle,
Yep.
and then Josh Emmett,
Okay.
decision.
When Josh Emmett had won a couple fights too.
Yeah, and Josh
Previously.
Emmett was, I mean, that was his first, big test, I would say.
I would say Bryce was pretty good.
But
Yeah.
But Bryce
Bryce was
top
coming
15,
up, but yeah, either way.
Yeah, and then Emmett, unanimous decision, which I think I watched that one, and then obviously knocking out Volk.
I mean, when you knock out potentially the greatest.
Yeah, when you knock out the best
featherweight
featherweight
of
of
all
all time. Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
if he beats
Max here,
that's both.
yeah,
Those are the two eras of
goats.
featherweights for the last 15 years.
true. Yeah, this is gonna be a,
So they basically just get to rock their custom shorts forever. Like that's their shorts now. That's
I don't
all
know.
they're in.
I don't know how that works.
That's a good question. I know
Because-
whenever you
Dude,
get
look at the flowers on the octagon right now.
Because his shorts are the other ones that I loved when I saw those. Just knowing his surfer vibe.
you can
Because
buy 'em.
his wife is a professional.
Yeah, they're like
$170.
$170.
God.
I looked at them one time. I was like, oh my god,
Bro,
Dude, I know when
think-
you get like in
Yeah.
to the UFC, like the kit that they give you, like they give you a shit ton of
Yeah.
stuff. Like it's a duffel
and it's like
bag.
every time.
Yeah, every single time.
Every single fight, you
Yeah.
get like a
My
new-
I had a good buddy, Jason Witt. He fought in the UFC 5 or 6 times. Had a couple wars that are actually really good fights, and then a couple not so good situations.
Yeah.
Just basically
That's usually how it goes.
yeah. Well, he was a lifelong like LFA guy
Okay.
and was middleweight champion at LFA for a good chunk of time. Ended up was always his dream to get in UFC, and this was like right around COVID, and got the call last second notice. He was under Krause before all the
Before all the stuff.
situation. Yeah. And he
love the
retired right
octagon.
before from the
It's
UFC,
cool.
right before all the news broke of like Krause's stuff.
So like 2 years ago or so.
But he first got 3 days notice, fly out to Vegas, go take a shot, basically ate a jab right down the middle and just like got knocked out. But it signed him a contract for, I think it was like 3 fights or whatever. And then he got one more contract after that and then fought through the rest of that and he was done. But
yeah, every time you just get a big old duffel bag full of goodies.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So Evan, did he had a 3-fight contract and he did his 3 fights and now he's trying to get another one.
He's on his second one now.
he's got
I
he's
believe
signed
he's
it.
got a
so,
second one.
Well, at least when I saw him last, they were still
Okay.
kind of going back and forth.
Got it.
So I'm assuming by
I don't
now.
see why
that
not.
it's
I mean,
been-
he's won
Especially-
everything since that first match.
Yeah, and then
He's kind of a similar situation where and from similar area, but he loses that first match, but then wins pretty emphatically.
Yeah.
With 7-day notice or something like that he took that last one on.
yeah, something like that.
Then he shouts out Trump.
Yeah.
That
It was like
whack
right
my-
after. Yeah, they try to whack my boy Trump.
Yeah, that was a pretty viral moment there.
Yeah. Awesome.
No, Jason won a fight the other night. One time where they was just like they were both bloodied and all hell, just swinging, kind of similar, like not obviously exactly, but like Gaethje Max, but they were basically swinging for the fences at the end, and then he ends up winning that fight. Luckily, gets fight of the night. Off of that, gets a $50K bonus.
Fuck yeah,
Yeah,
It's always nice.
that's awesome.
those are sick. Those are sick
sweet,
shorts.
yeah. The Matador.
Oh, these shorts aren't that expensive. They're $115.
Oh,
I was curious if they actually charge that much. That'd be insane.
Are you gonna
But
get
still,
your pair?
and
I mean,
still
hell no.
$115 for a pair of shorts though.
I mean, dude, do you know how much this hat was at the F1?
Yeah, it's got Ferrari on it.
$120.
That was $120
Yeah,
baseball hat.
it's reselling on eBay for $500 right now because it was like the
It's Ferrari
Miami,
for you, man.
Yeah,
Not
the
really, huh?
the like for a shirt there or polo or whatever, it's $150. The jackets were $300, $350. If you want a
Crazy.
hat, if you just want a hat, $100. Like the non-limited, like they're $100 at least. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Damn.
they charge, and they sold out of everything. Like by day
Yeah.
3 race day, they had like no merch left.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm walking around. I'm like, at
That's
least my crew can afford. But like, I'm looking at a lot of these people. I'm like, they might go for one day. I'm like, but everyone, like when I've never been to a sporting event with as much people wearing like merch. Like maybe they might wear like a shirt of like everyone's decked out from head to toe as a family in their team, like Red Bull, Ferrari, like people.
Oh, America doesn't. I mean,
dude,
you go to NASCAR
they-
events and you see it, but like
Yeah.
bro,
regular everyday like people in America do not understand racing.
No.
Like and
No.
the passion that goes behind racing. I grew up. So my
Yeah.
grandfather had a dirt track team, and
there's the shorts. Get the shorts. We'll get the opposite. We'll
fight for each other.
Let's go fight at the gym.
But so my grandfather owned a dirt track team, and so rural, Peoria, Illinois, owns a dirt track team and just he basically sponsored a car and like, owned the rights of whatever that is, but goes through and like you see the people who are just like loyal to like whomever out of these, whether it's Chevy, Ford, whatever, and they're psychos about it.
dude, it's crazy. Yeah, it's
And then you throw F1
oh, dude,
where it's
a whole nother
worldwide
level.
and you're representing all of Ferrari.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's gotta be
no,
crazy.
like
I never thought
that,
about
but it makes it fun though. You walk
Oh,
around
for sure,
and
for
you're
sure.
like, you just see seas of people, McLaren, Red Bull, Williams Racing, Ferrari, everything, and it's just, yeah, it's a spectacle for sure.
oh, for
It's
sure.
like that in soccer.
Dude,
Soccer.
I went to England versus Switzerland in Wembley Stadium for a European qualifier game.
But that was insane how loud it was.
85,000 people.
Wow.
What?
And the way that you get into the stadium is there's a brick pavered like entry, like walkway that's probably quarter a mile, half a mile long, and it's lined on either side with pubs that you get because you can't drink in the stadium. And there's this big bridge causeways that go over the top, and you're just walking in, and I mean, it's a sea of white jerseys. England's white.
Yeah.
And you're grabbing pints as you go along. You're singing songs with everybody as you go in. It is nothing like any sporting event I've ever been to.
Yeah.
I've been to snowy Lambeau games for Green Bay.
That's
I've been to a lot of like real cool shit. Nothing beats soccer. Like it's unreal.
damn. You've been to Snowy Lambeau?
Yeah, we went. God, was it last year? I don't know, man. I think it's 2 years ago.
No,
What would you say?
Where's the Packers fan come from?
So my wife's family is all from Milwaukee
okay.
area, or just north of it.
I've always wanted to ask you that.
Yeah. So
See that
I'm
around
a
the truck.
Packer owner, air quote.
Yeah.
Packers are the only team in professional sports that is owned by the
people.
fans. And what they do is they've done it 5 or 6 times. They allot out shares for shareholders. There's a set amount of shares that has been agreed to by the owners. That there's 10,000 share or 10 million shares. They've only released 2.5 or close to 3 million of those shares to be purchased by public.
Okay.
So this last go through, they released that they were going to do a shareholder event and that you could buy into the team. And for Christmas, I bought my in-laws, put it in their name, because you can tie two people's names essentially to it. So a couple.
Yeah.
So I bought my in-laws, made them owners, and me and my wife, we're owners, and we bought into the team.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's
It was-
badass.
Now, do you get like revenue share and stuff like that?
no, so it's just a certificate. The coolest thing I get access to is like I get exclusive like shareholder merch. So I have a hat that says like shareholder and like the driver head cover
That's
for like
fantastic.
the driver head cover for my
Shareholder.
golf bag. It says like Packer shareholder. Like, so it's like
That's awesome.
means literally nothing. The only thing that like
Shareholder.
what we do is so all the owners get sent out voting purposes because there's a 45 member board that if you're elected to that board, you actually make personnel decisions
Oh wow.
in terms of like offices, not personnel.
Right.
So we vote for the board. The board votes for the GM, the president, all that kind of stuff, and then they obviously make the decisions in terms of players and contracts and all that crap. But every year they do a event where you get to go to Lambeau as a shareholder, and they do basically like a shareholder update and say,
Mm.
this is the status of the team. This is where we're at in terms of revenue. These are the things that we're going to upgrade and not upgrade, blah, blah, blah.
Very cool.
Do you wear your shareholder hat to that?
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Everyone's in there like, you too? Yep.
Oh, dude. Well, everybody's
Well, I know.
Next year we're getting T-shirts.
Yeah.
Pull out your shareholder coin in your wallet.
What would you? I guess what would you say would be a comparison in terms of like
Oh, Max is
loyalty
tall
to
compared to
a
him.
sport? I guess the closest thing next in terms of like merch selling out and things like that would probably be the Masters.
All right. It's
Oh,
Good
yeah.
Time
For
Boys.
sure. And you can only get it at the Masters.
Right. I've got a Masters hat. It's fucking.
I have a Masters towel, and
Yeah.
I had a family member who passed away that had equipment, and they like it was old golf stuff, but they had that Masters towel. I was like, I want that.
Yeah.
He's got cool tattoos.
But yeah, no,
Yeah,
you're
like-
100% right with
Yeah.
that.
Here we go, boys. Main
All right,
event.
fight on.
Starting it right now.
Oh, he's pointing.
He's
down.
pointing in the middle.
Oh, it's Matador.
Matador,
That's
yeah.
funny. That was funny. That was quick. That's funny. That's
That
how
was
you know they're calm if you're coming up with that kind of comedy that early. You know, they're
He's
dialed
sharp,
up.
dude.
Dude, Max is, I don't know.
Oh,
Ilya just
man.
looks a little nervous to me.
Do you think Ilya looks nervous?
I don't think
I
he
thought
looks
so.
nervous.
I don't think
Pretty
so.
Calm.
I think they're both dialed in.
Maybe I'm just being a hater.
I think Ilya has a high likelihood of winning.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone.
I don't want him
Holloway
to, but-
Look how much
win,
bigger Max looks.
Oof, that
He's taller.
freaking- But that punch, man, that punch. God,
Yeah, Max is just gauging distance whole time right now.
his boxing.
Ooh, that uppercut.
Ooh, yep.
His boxing is so good.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, just slick
Oh,
how he
shit.
just dives in with that jab.
Mm-hmm.
And he keeps it so tight too.
Yes.
That's what's scary about him is like it's just like the longer it goes, and he has great cardio. I hear and
Who,
Just-
Ilya or Max?
Ilya.
Max. Well,
Yeah,
Max
Ilya,
has got,
he was-
Max has
yeah,
got one of
but-
the most elite
Ooh.
cardios he's got.
Well, absolutely.
Holy
but
shit!
Ilya
Big double
just-
leg
Ilya
in the
just
air.
has
Max
that
usually
boxing
doesn't get
that's-
taken down, man.
God, those shorts are sick.
Those are cool.
We should have a
Short
super
off?
fight at CXBJJ, and we can wear those. We'll each wear our shorts. Junior would be like, "You're off the team." You're
Next
fired.
next
Kyle would
fight,
say the same.
next fight companion, we all just get the fighters shorts and just rock those. For
We
the
all
fight
wear
companion.
those.
Just shirtless, wearing these fucking tight shorts.
Yeah,
no, no shirts.
I'll
no shirts.
I'll
nothing,
definitely
just-
decline that
Yeah.
invite.
I'll,
There,
be
so.
busy.
Yeah.
I'll be busy with my 3 kids.
The only
Yeah.
thing you're allowed to wear is the gloves and the
Yeah.
shorts. No shirt, nothing.
Like, I got diapers to change.
Man.
He's tagging him with some jabs as
Yeah,
he's
he
coming in.
is.
I'll rock the Wiley shorts.
Yeah.
They're like, are you sure those were men's? I was like, no, they're fit though. They're a little tight. Gender neutral shorts.
Ooh, swinging.
Get out of
Swinging.
there, Max. There you go. I mean, Max can take a beating too, though, until he gets knocked
Oh
out.
no, dude, he's got one of the most
Yeah.
solid chins in the.
I don't think he's ever
UFC.
been dropped.
He's been dropped, but he's never been knocked out.
Hey, you can see that thing on Ilya's quad from here.
Oh yeah, the little dimple,
Yeah, it's weird.
or not little dimple. It's
Yeah.
pretty big.
You see
It must
that?
have been like
Yeah.
a scar or something.
It's got to be like a puncture wound.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy looking. You could,
It's where he injects the steroids.
you could, you could,
Just slides it up underneath it.
you could hide a couple quarters in that thing.
It's a coin dispenser
Yeah,
or like a Pez
hides,
machine.
yeah, hides his candy in there.
My
Pop-
my
pulls it-
kid discovered Pez on our vacation down.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Boy.
Oh man,
Oh my god,
Yeah.
dude! That speed on
the
that
little
punch.
toys, the little Pez toys. I'm sure Calvin would lose his shit over those. And
Yeah, she discovered Pez and cotton candy, and boy,
oh really?
yeah. Ooh,
There we go.
Woo!
Nice.
I'm waiting for the knee up the middle
Nice.
by Max.
Yeah, I mean, I think Ilya's definitely landed a lot more strikes this round.
I think so too. I don't know how significant.
Ooh, that was a good one too.
No,
There
Holloway.
we go. Yep.
All right.
Holloway almost double.
On significant strikes, not total.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah. But like the whole significant strike thing is pretty
Dude, I don't.
subjective.
Yeah. I would love to talk to like an actual judge
Yeah.
and like see
what
what
do
that
you-
really means.
Yeah, what that means, because I couldn't tell you.
And I bet you they couldn't either.
Yeah. Like that one looked like it hurt.
Right. Have you ever been punched,
yeah.
sir?
They all look like
No,
it
but
hurt.
I'm
all
pretty sure I
fucking
know what
hurt.
it feels like.
Yeah, that one looks like it
Ooh.
hurts worse.
I don't like the spinning stuff,
Dude,
Max.
he in his last fight he hit
Oh,
shit.
shit. I don't know if that's a slip or if
That was
he's
slip.
does he have good jiu-jitsu? He's a black belt or what is he?
Yeah, Ilya is a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Max is not.
no.
What? Oh, the round's over. Yeah.
Connor, anytime there's no clock on the camera,
Yeah,
it means the round's about
or
to
they're
end.
I keep
separating?
for some reason thinking like after the nut kick, I'm like, what happened?
I know, but when the time goes away,
Yeah.
it means the round's about to end. It's only happened about
This is
40
my
times.
first UFC
since.
fight. It's my first UFC fight. I'm too busy looking at his leg dimple.
Don't look too close.
He's gonna suck you right in.
like Kirby.
He'll suck you right- Oh my god. Dana's not even paying attention.
Kirby was my favorite Super Smash.
Oh yeah,
character. Oh yes. You could take anybody's powers.
yeah.
people who are good at that game who would play that
Falcon
character. I'd
punch!
be like,
Yeah.
It's one of those games where you play with someone who's good. You're like, I don't want to play this anymore. This
Oh,
is
dude,
not
that was like
fun.
all we played. We played that and
I just played
and
Mario.
Mario
Kart.
Mario
Kart.
Kart. Don't drink and drive. Yeah,
Yep.
it was a great
Oh,
game.
yeah.
we drink. Yeah, drunk driver. We play.
Yeah.
It. Oh my god, me and my buddies would play it so much, and
Yep.
We
you
called
just,
it.
you can just get
Mario Kart.
shit faced so fast. Because I
Yep.
mean, me and my buddies, we'd play it all the time, and like you know, we'd play like 4 or 5 games in a row, and you're chugging 5 beers and
What was your
8
strategy?
minutes.
What was your strategy? Chug it all before and then just drive, or
Yep.
Well, so we
Drive and
our,
then
our
chug right
rule
before the-
was you couldn't drink your whole beer. You had to drink, but you had to drink once a lap. So what I would do, my strategy would be like I'd chug like 3/4 of the beer at the very beginning of the race,
Mhm.
and then I'd like save myself like 2 sips for the other 2 laps. And
Oh,
you
okay.
know, so, yeah, but you have to drink once. You have to drink once per lap. So you can't drink you have to basically have to drink at least 3 times. 3 separate.
Here's some nerdy track
have
and
to-
field college shit. We did
Ooh.
don't
Ooh, the old
essentially
knee
don't drink
stomp.
and drive, but don't run and drink.
Oh God.
Where to do beer miles.
Oh, you have to carry the beer.
No, you
Oh,
have
so
to
like
drink
every-
4 beers
every-
over the course of a mile.
so every lap you're chugging a beer.
Correct.
Oh my god, that's awful.
And you cannot run and drink. So you have to drink your beer, run a lap. Drink your beer, run a lap, and go through that for a mile.
I do something similar like that with golf. Just shotgun a beer right off at the tee box of every hole.
Man,
Yeah, it's rough.
I'm just like so not a drinker anymore, guys.
Oh
I
yeah,
just-
dude. I
yeah,
can't.
no.
No, I can't handle anything anymore. I never really could, but
See, I was a fucking degenerate for years.
well, I
That's why
mean,
it's-
I drank plenty. I
Oh,
just
yeah.
could never handle it.
I get so full now. That's why
Yeah.
I drink. If I do drink, I'm drinking bourbon. One, because I
Yeah.
drink it super slow.
Mhm.
And I just like the taste of it.
I'm surprised you didn't pour yourself a
I've thought about it. It's over there.
She's been
staring
eyeing
at
it.
me.
staring at you.
That's the first thing that Em said very before I left. She goes, "Hey, are you basically asked us like,
Are you
we
drinking?"
And I was like, "No, I don't think we're doing that."
Yeah. Not really.
It's the middle of the day. No,
I'm not a.
So
Dude, I-
we have an
I was
unreleased
actually
podcast.
thinking about that.
Yeah.
you have an unreleased one.
We have an unreleased podcast with a
Yeah.
buddy of mine that
Down to about a whole
Played-
bottle of whiskey.
played 10 years
Or
in the
like
big
a bottle
leagues.
and a half of whiskey.
yeah. He's also a big bourbon guy. And
Mhm.
so I had this rare bottle of bourbon that I bought and we polished that off plus half of his.
Oh, nice.
We talked for like 2 hours and then the cameras malfunctioned.
And then we
Yeah,
gotta-
and then we lost the footage.
Ooh.
yeah, it was a
Probably
whole-
for the better.
Yeah, we want to redo that one.
Yeah, we were all over the place on that one.
Yeah, it was just like I feel like we just stayed on like college stories
Yeah,
for
we
like a
told
hour and a
stories
half.
for a long time.
That was a great podcast.
Because we all went to Missouri State.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was really good.
Pat, when were you down there again?
Yeah,
It
and
was
I
6
did-
to 10.
I did
6 to
no
10? Okay.
research on the guy.
Yeah, so we overlapped and then we overlapped because I was 8 to 13.
Okay.
Yep, I was 11 to 15.
Damn, this is some impressive just
Yeah.
striking in general. They both have a different style of how they strike, so it's fun. But man, they're eating some punches.
a lot. A lot's getting through.
Yeah, at the head especially.
Yeah,
I think Holloway
Ilya's
has,
Holloway
has
taking a lot.
40 on. Yeah, yeah, they're both savages.
I feel like Max is really
switches-
sweaty right now.
Yeah, and he's switching up his stance a lot.
67 punches to the head combined.
It always bothers me that those wings on his back don't match.
So many people I know have said the same thing.
God, it bugs me. It's like an angel wing on one side and like a double wing on the other, I think. Just bugs me.
Oof.
Ooh.
You know it's hard when the arm just gets
Elbow.
like stuck on you.
Well, just
You're
that
like,
elbow,
"Oh."
that elbow on the exit, man.
Ooh, dude, let's
Good
go.
2 over the
Jab,
top.
jab. What's
Yeah,
the
and
reach?
then he's like,
distance,
yeah,
Zach?
come on, keep it going.
Let's see
Frickin'.
here. Ilya's got a 69-inch reach and
Nice.
69 is how you win.
69.
He looks like he'd have a 69-inch reach.
Dude, they both have 69-inch reaches.
Really?
That's the secret
Max
to
is a
good
brown belt.
striking.
Is he?
Yeah.
That's the secret.
He's not
69-inch
under
reach.
10, is he?
No, he's under Rylan Lazaris.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who he is.
That's not surprising, though. I don't know much about.
Dude, someone's got to get
Hawaiian.
knocked out by
Yeah.
round 5. They've thrown so many punches. They've thrown, and it's only round 2.
Max has thrown 192
192.
already.
Wow.
I'm curious what people have these first 2 rounds right now. I'm guessing Holloway's up because
Max is-
of more landed and significant strikes. Technically,
Max has thrown a lot of the John Jones front kick.
Yeah, where he's
Stabby.
stabbing on the knee,
Yeah.
like stomping on their knee.
I guess we'll see he has good cardio, right? Not Max, but Ilya.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't think I think he's never seen him go 5 rounds.
We're about to find out, I
Mhm.
guess.
I mean, his
but-
first,
Maybe.
I think his first main event was against,
Volk.
no, from Emmett.
And Max is
Oh,
breathing
Josh?
pretty hard.
Yeah, they were the main event on that one.
Okay.
Max is breathing pretty hard.
So that was his first, and that was I guess that did go to the decision. So no, that he
That's
won all
5?
5 rounds. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, look, the odds are way closer now. He's breathing hard.
Yeah, this is a good fight, guys.
Yeah, I think he'll be all right.
These guys are sweating.
Just eats it.
I noticed Rogan was doing a fight companion today too. So you think that's conflicting with our views?
Yeah. That's considering his previous video to hit,
Yeah.
what did you say? It was 8 or 10 million at like 4 hours through?
Yeah, I was something like that. I think it was like this morning. It was like 9 hours in, and it was like already at like 10 million or something.
It's crazy.
Fucking insane.
Yeah,
It's just like
Spotify,
the-
give us a deal.
Yeah.
It's just like the Bryson golf thing with Trump. It was
Trump.
like a week after he almost got assassinated.
Yeah.
What's Bryce? Or is like break 50?
Break 50.
Yeah.
Yeah, they talked
Oh,
about that on
man.
the episode.
Did they?
Yeah.
Dude, Trump is a better golfer than I thought. I
Yeah.
watched the video. Like, it's
Yeah,
nuts.
he's- I mean,
He's got the most unorthodox punting
Yeah.
stroke I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
But it goes the general direction he's aiming.
damn.
You just look at him and not think that
He's an
and
athlete?
He goes out there and he just makes it happen.
Oh, one of the fucking funny parts of the podcast was Trump talking about. They were talking about his health, and Rogan was asking him questions, and he's like, yeah, I don't work out much. I don't run or do anything. I just think it's too boring. But when I went in for a physical and they had me running on the treadmill and they increased the angle and I just kept running. They were really impressed. I felt like I could run forever. I just got bored. I was like,
Did
sure.
you see?
That's a total Trump
Just Going
response.
after that
Oh,
fucking.
that's funny.
Did you see? There's a video
He's
of
going for the
Biden
dimple.
running the other
No.
the release like the other day where it's like, oh, he could still do stuff.
Who was this?
Oh, wow.
Biden. Yeah.
Oh boy.
He like jogged over
Oh,
like
Oh,
the
no,
cameras.
no. Get out of there. 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 Oh, no. There we go. Oof,
Fine.
that was
Yeah, it was not good.
that's how Volk got dropped last time.
I think he stunned him.
Yeah.
Definitely
he's
stunned.
stunned.
Oh no.
Oh,
Come on.
God.
No. No. Ah,
Fuck.
First
Gosh
ever knockout.
damn.
Oh no.
God damn it. Wow.
Mhm.
Well,
Wow.
You're next, probably.
Mm.
Way to show Volk.
Mhm.
Wow.
That sucks.
Damn, that sucks. Big bummer.
You guys know who that was?
No,
Soccer
who was
player.
Yeah,
Yep.
that,
Sergio
one of-
Ramos.
One of the comments was, "Why
Spanish
is this guy
I've seen
dressed
him
like
in,
he's a fighter?" The people were like, "Why is he?" He was like walking in with like a swagger, and they're like, "Why this dude's acting like he's like up next to fight or something?" It was funny.
Sergio Ramos, who plays for Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Damn.
I remember him in playing a lot of FIFA. I played a lot of FIFA in college.
Okay. Apparently they're buddies, clearly.
Yeah, clearly. First person he hugged when he got out of the cage. God damn.
Yeah. Shit.
Hell of a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the third round?
Third.
Look at his outfit.
fucking-
What?
Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey?
Did you see that? It's like a blue.
Like velour,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
pajama suit kind of deal.
Damn.
That sucks, Max.
Yeah.
Both people I wanted to win tonight.
Dude, anytime I root for anybody in the UFC, I feel like they lose.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty.
That was going great up until that stun. The minute he
Mhm.
was in that pocket, just I feel like the way he punches, he just stuns you enough.
Ooh,
And
he's just got these little
yeah.
piston arms that he can just sit there and
Yeah, I feel like every punch that lands just looks like it's got the world behind it.
Damn.
that
Yeah.
sucks.
It sucks. Fuck.
Wow.
Man, that dude's powerful though.
For sure.
Right here.
Oof.
Bang
Ooh.
overhand.
Oh.
Wow.
Overhand right.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's tough to come back from that.
Yeah, that's
I
when
would
he
not
got
know.
up against the wall.
That would be tough to come back
Yeah,
from.
no thanks.
All right.
Oh, that
Ooh.
left hook.
Snap.
Mm.
God,
Oh man, his ear just.
Yeah,
Do you
his-
see his ear?
his chin touched his shoulder.
Yeah. Wait, what? What was that about Major
Shortstop in
League
baseball.
Mm.
Wow.
Damn it.
Beating the two best ever.
Mhm.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, that's
It's quite the
yeah, exactly what
resume.
you were saying just a few minutes ago. I mean, yeah, he beat the two featherweight goats, really.
Pretty
I
dominant.
mean, in most recent
Yeah,
couple
I mean,
decades.
Who, I mean,
Aldo would have been before that.
all yeah. Fuck. Good for him though. Talking a lot of shit, saying, "Oh, who's he beating?" And then he fucking does that. Damn, that's awesome. Let's see if he calls anybody out or
Yeah. Diego.
yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be a good one.
That would be a hell of a fight.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. Because I'm curious what Diego's ranked right now.
Fourth.
It's got to be something like that.
Yeah,
Let's
because
see. UFC featherweight rankings.
Brian was pretty high. When is he? Was like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, Max
See.
looks just absolutely defeated. He's just thinking.
Well, yeah, didn't he? Just got knocked out for the first time in his career.
Well, I know, but even then, it's just it sucks.
Yeah,
to see him
Diego's
like that.
3.
3.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean
It's
that'd
going
be,
up.
That'd be a good one. Yeah, because I mean, look at everybody else. I can't see. I mean, unless he does a Volk rematch, I think Diego's the fight.
I could see Volk coming back in,
Yeah, I agree.
but I don't know. I mean,
I'd like to see.
he gets the gallest shot.
Yeah.
I mean, do they give
I'd like to see.
Diego, who's up and coming, versus him, or do they
Alright,
go
hold
back?
on, let's hear. Wow. How old's Max?
33, 4.
32, I think.
Really?
33. Oh, no, sorry. That's his.
Born at 32.
32.
Born in 91.
Yep.
Almost 33. How old is he?
Ilya?
It's probably
Let's see. I get
I
that
think
right.
he's in
27,
his
28.
20s. Yeah.
Oh, shit, that's Nate Diaz. I swear I had it pulled up here. I guess not. What? Oh, 27. Poirier got some hands of stone. Hell of a finish.
All right, that's it. We're gonna have him against Alex Pereira next.
Alex Pereira punched through his head.
Alex has such a weird stance and like the way he moves. He's just he moves like a stone soldier. Like there's no fluidity. He's just like, oh, and he chops.
Let's see.
I want to have fun with him.
You are next.
And I was
Oh, there you go.
nice.
Volk. Ilya seems like a stand-up
Yeah,
dude.
seems like a stand-up dude.
Well, any whenever he talks shit versus like not on the like marketing pieces, he's always seems very respectful. And then he'll go to the marketing and he'd be like, "You suck."
Dude, that's the thing I-
You
that's the
are
thing I
me,"
hate about fighting,
And I'm
man.
like,
Yeah.
because it gets them to make
I think it's so superficial and so fake. Like that's why I love Rose Namajunas so much. Like she, whenever,
So genuine.
yeah, well, when she won and she was like, "We need to quit like this, like bombastic, like just talking shit on everybody." Is like, if we're all bringing each other up, the product is better,
Yeah.
and everything right now is just all about like talking shit, and then now we show face and we're cool in the after the fights.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know before, but like Conor McGregor. I mean,
oh, he was the one who like,
Yeah,
well, it's Chael, and then it was Connor, but like
Yeah.
Connor's
He
progression
decimated
made it exponentially more so now than
Right.
it ever was before. And now I feel like there's a handful of people out there. Ilya seems like he's maybe one of them that like actually like seems like they could just have respect for each other, be true martial artists, and
Mhm.
like actually go through the process. And like you don't have to be a dickhead to sell fights.
right. I mean, like when McGregor was going after Poirier's wife and shit.
Dude,
like,
not cool.
I'm
Not
like,
cool at all.
fuck that,
Yeah.
dude.
Your wife
Talk-
was in me DMs.
Yeah, talk all you want.
Yeah.
Well, and who is the other one? Talking shit about kids too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was talking about. Oh, it was talking. It was Francis Ngannou. It was the guy Francis was fighting, right? Someone
I
talked
don't
about
remember.
his talking shit on Francis Ngannou's kid who died.
Oh yeah,
No, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Strickland called the guy out too
Yeah, something
about
like-
it. I don't remember what it was. But yeah, dude,
Yeah,
like
the worst thing that you can
Coulda-
literally the worst
could
thing
not
in
have
the world
rooted
that
for
could
that guy to
happen.
get murdered in the cage
Yeah.
more.
For
Right.
sure. It's like, dude, literally the worst thing in the world happened to him, and you're gonna
Dude,
use
yeah,
that
no.
as fuel to rub into his face.
How did this kid die?
I don't remember.
I think he got like sick or something, and some sickness, like, and passed away. I think he was like
Oh man.
4 or 5 years old. Fuck, dude.
Should I turn this off? Or
Yeah, we'll conclude it here in a sec. Just
it sounds so interesting. Like
oh, I know,
you're
taking the
here,
headphones off.
I
and
know,
I
If
take
I
it
had
off,
them
and
on.
I'm like, everything just sounds so like
Yeah.
chilled out.
Well, guys, appreciate everybody tuning in and listening to the show, and yeah, we really like doing these ones. So yeah, we'll stay tuned for the next one. So
And shout out to our sponsors.
yeah,
Hand
shout out to
Wraps.
our new sponsor, Hand Wraps, for the finest hemp and rice rolling papers on the market.
Yeah.
As well, shout out to our sponsors, Captain Beard Co., with the best natural grooming men's grooming products on the market. use promo code Zach and Pat for 10% off. And we will see you guys next time.
Stop that.
Oh man. Can I Venmo you for this fight card? I don't want to make you just pay for the whole thing.